Mm, mm, mm. Hello, people. Welcome back to another the Botcast Live, OCM Botcast, whatever you want to call it. Man, I love that beat right there. You know, I picked up the keyboard as if I made that melody, but I didn't. I sampled I sampled a song called "Love Connection" when I made that. I wonder if I can show that off real quick. I don't want to get a copyright or anything. Let me see real quick. But yeah, I sampled a song, a Japanese song called Connection. But the lyrics are English, but it's a Japanese artist. I love that music video too. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Love Connection. Toa Love Connection. Oh God, yeah. And like just the way it comes on is like it's so cool. Hold up, give me a second here. Face screen. That's what we're doing. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh man, sometimes it's funny to reveal what I sampled to get some of my sounds there. But how are you guys doing? We are back with no drop frames. So you guys remember when I was doing the podcast, the New Year's podcast on New Year's Day, the internet was just completely unacceptable. And I've had my struggles with streaming and drop frames and whatnot for forever. And it's like when I first got into streaming, the first problem was that I didn't have a powerful enough computer to stream at a higher bit rate or resolution. Boom, got a better computer, bam. Then I run into the issue of upload speed. And so, I've told this before, but what I found out was that my internet was cable internet, and cable internet prioritizes download over upload because most people, they more focus on the download. The average person isn't streaming high quality videos, uploading and things like that. So that's their priority. And so I called my internet service provider because we had great download speed, but not good upload speed. And they said they don't offer basically fiber internet, which will give you symmetrical speeds where your upload is as good as your download. Or at least they don't offer it in my area. My alarm. They don't offer it in my area. So I said, fuck it. We got to switch internet service providers. Fuck y'all. And so I switched internet service provider for one that would be able to give us fiber internet and symmetrical internet speed. So now my upload is as good as my download. And so hopefully that will solve problems in the future. And what's interesting was that when I did the Fallout Game and Chill stream last night, I went back, I looked at it, and it looked nice and crispy. A lot of times my gaming streams, they look kind of blurry. They didn't look good quality after I was done. And that was another reason why I had to make a change. But here's what my internet speed looks like right now, basically. You see how the upload is as good as the download? That's 1 gig internet, basically. And so the upload is equal to the download now. Before, I had about the same download speed, but the upload speed was around 30 megabytes, which just isn't a lot, especially when you have multiple people in the house. So yeah, but solve that and solve the quick, man. What I talked about on the Botcast before we were having those technical issues was just, I'm not gonna lie, man, this year I've been invigorated. And really it started with late last year. I was kind of getting myself on track, but one thing I'm really trying to stop is just procrastinating. And like if I got a problem, if I got anything, like let's get to it. Like let's get it done. And so the first thing I did this year so far was to get better fucking internet. And got that done, got that out the way, got that done within like a couple days, and here we are. So now I'm making sure that I'm setting goals to just consistently level up throughout the year. Another thing I'm about to do, I'm about to get a water filter so we can get better water. We've been drinking out of like plastic bottles and shit, and that's not healthy because the plastic in the bottles, or the plastic bottles, the plastic can leak into the water. You're drinking microplastics. So I'm gonna get a water filter, and now I got me a stainless steel bottle to put my water in. Until I get a water filter, I'm basically taking clean water from the gym. I go to the gym and I fill it up, and before I leave the gym, I fill it up again. And this holds about a liter of water, so I can get like 2 liters of water in me, just going to the gym one time. And that's 2/3 of your recommended daily intake of water. I'm getting it however I can, man. We grinding. What's up with y'all niggas? Oh yeah, I got new multivitamin too. Life Extension 2 per day multivitamin. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a level with you guys. I'm a level with y'all. There's so much talk about AI taking jobs, taking over the world. It's gonna, people use AI to write their book reports and shit. People use AI for art, for music, all of that. And I embrace certain aspects of AI, but not all, One aspect of AI that I was sleeping on is the AI chatbot, bro. I've been talking to Gemini, which is the Google AI bot. I highly recommend it. Like, no joke. If you're not doing that, I just give it. I'm not playing, bro. Because this is what I realized talking to that motherfucker. These chatbots, like even the fucking censored global homo chatbots, bro. Like, of course, you can't use it for like conspiracy shit and all that, trying to decode the government and everything. Like, nah. But for basic everyday shit, like self-improvement stuff, like just the basic self-improvement stuff, bro. Whether you're artist, music, drawing, fitness, looking out for different health issues, whatever. I'm telling you, bro, that shit is grade fucking A. It's honestly, it's amazing, bro. I can't even lie. Like, for instance, like with music, right? So I'm talking to it and I'm like, hey, I'm listening to My Yamane Tasagere album. And I'm sure I messed up that name. And I'm really impressed by like the production of the album. And the AI was able to break down like what made the production of the album special and how I can incorporate it into what I do. And I'm like, damn. Right? I mean, but what I'm saying is, it's actually an amazing tool. It's like a calculator for general information, but the difference is a calculator is 100% accurate. You gotta fact check Gemini sometimes. Gemini is not, or these chatbots are not always right. Because again, they're censored, they have boundaries, they can't cross, things like that. So you gotta fact check. If it's important, I say fact check it. But what I realized, cause I've been talking to over the course of the last week, it's a game changer. Like it's like to me, it's like, again, it's like the invention of the calculator, but for general information, and you can use it for math too. But I'm amazed, and just me being someone that's benefited so much from making little tweaks to my life, self-improvement things, it's perfect for that. It's like, even if just, again, you're anti-AI and all that shit, at the bare minimum for like as a providing basic guidelines for self-improvement ideas and shit like that, it is amazing. I cannot lie, bro. I can't stress enough. But the reason why I thought of it, because it recommended this multivitamin to me. And the way it broke down multivitamins, how a lot of the common multivitamins, they like the nutrients and the minerals don't absorb into your body right because it's cheap and it's not put together right and things like that. It's like, I was like, damn, I didn't even know none of this shit. And so it recommended like more high end multivitamins, and it broke it down like, okay, this is the affordable one that's also good quality. Now these are expensive or twice the price, but this is what the athletes use and shit. I'm like, damn. But I'm impressed. I can't even lie, bro. Like that you know, if you use it right, it's a great tool. I can't lie, bro. I wanted to, because you know, in line with the theme of the show, new year, new me, new goals and all that shit. Everybody's into like this self-improvement, you know, into all their self-improvement goals and trying to level up, better themselves. You know, if that's what you're into, that's what you're trying to do, I definitely recommend that. You know, just toss it a question every now and then, and you know, it'll give you some feedback. Shit, if you want to talk about that field with no girlfriend, it'll walk you through that. We had conversations about bitches and shit. You know, and I gotta make a video about this because we had a interesting conversation about my relationship with women, or lack thereof. And Gemini said something interesting, and it basically said that I have weaponized pessimism to to make it easier to exist as a virgin or as a single man. It's weaponized pessimism. So like, for instance, like I might not be an incel, right? I have a little bit of bitch getting potential, but the way I weaponize pessimism is that I ignore that. I stomp it out, and I exaggerate how unattractive I am because it keeps me focused when I need to be focused. And it wasn't saying it as a bad thing. It was just saying like, that's a tactic that you use. You use weaponized pessimism to kind of keep women off of your mind when you don't want them there. And I was like, damn. You know, but I'm telling you, like, even for like slight therapy type shit, it's interesting. But who's here? Black Cell, welcome to the Botcast. Spawn 187. Who the fuck is Spawn? Lord of the Whores. Side G6M Side. I don't like this name. What's that an avatar of? I can't even. Is that a bear? I thought it was. I don't know. Tyrone Biggums. Hey, I've been dropping raised gems. Glad your net is good. I need to stop procrastinating. Yes, stop. Let's stop this shit. But man, I get it. It's hard. You know, I was listening to a short audiobook on like discipline. You know, I realized that's one of the main things that I lack is discipline, consistency, shit like that. And you know, the audiobook, it said something interesting, and it was like, if one of the methods of developing discipline is that you have to stop negotiating with weakness in your mind, because like most of this shit is in your head, and you got to stop negotiating with it. And the less you negotiate with it, then the easier it becomes to establish like those discipline habits. Like, and I'll give you the perfect example of me applying this. And I was doing this before I read this audiobook or listened to it. I was listening to it at work. And so you guys know I go to the gym quite a bit, but usually after I got off work, I would go home to like decompress, right? I go like, oh man, I've been at work 6, 7, 8 hours. I want to go home and eat and chill, right? So I go home and I eat and, you know, chill out a little bit, whatever, do some content. And then I might take a nap and then go to the gym that night. Now, that don't sound too bad, but it was two problems with that. One, I was wasting gas because the gym is pretty close to my job. So I could get off work and go to the gym, then go home. Or I can get off work, go home, go to the gym, come back home. That's gas getting burned up, right? That was one reason why I knew I needed to make a change and just go after work, right? Two, when I would go home, again, man, I'm about to eat, I'm about to chill, watch some anime, jack off, right? I just got off work, fuck this shit. I might not make it to the gym after I do all that, but So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start going to the gym after work. And with that, of course, I save gas, but also that's a challenge. Going to the gym after work, it's one of those things that tests your self discipline for real. Because after work, you don't want to go to the fucking gym. Damn, feet hurt, all that, and I'm standing up all day, all day. Feet hurt. You know, you might have a busy day and shit like that. You don't want to go to the damn gym. You trying to chill, but I said, you know what? Buckle down, nigga. Let's do it. And of course, when I first started doing it, I was doing it inconsistently, but now I've been doing it like pretty consistently. And you know, one thing that I found is that now the bad thing about going to the gym right after work is that your energy levels are gonna be somewhat diminished. Like usually I find that I can find enough energy to get a good workout, but it's not the same as like waking up and going straight to the gym or something like that. So you are gonna have to deal with that. But the point is when you talk about negotiating with the weakness in your mind, right? So when I'm at work and I know I'm about to get off, and okay, I got two choices. I can go home and chill, or I can go to the gym. That's when your mind, this is where the battle is fought right here in your head, bro. It's in your mind. It's all in your mind. And so when those thoughts come in my head of like chilling at home, I gotta not necessarily fight it, but I gotta redirect it. So I'll say shit um, like if the thought comes to my mind, like, damn, I feel like going to the gym after work, I say, nah, man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Like, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fun. But I'm not lying to myself. It's true. Like, when I go to the gym after work, I have fun usually. Like, it's a good time. Like one time I went and Kayla was there. You know, she was the girl that helped me film the night drive video and the nice girl video. And she was there, and you know she was with her friend, and we had a good time. So you know, again, it's like another thing about it is too is as far as like a procrastination is that you're imagining that the experience of getting the work done is worse than what it actually is a lot of times. And that book talked about, you know, how a lot of discipline is just not hesitating. Like when you think of doing it, go for it as soon as possible, because the longer you wait, the more excuses you make, the more you can imagine the worst case scenario. Like, I'm gonna go to the gym after work and have no energy, and and that's not what it is. I go, and it's like, damn, my feet hurt, but let me stretch first. Right? You know, and then I get going and I start listening to the music, and it's like, wait a minute, like I just like to work out, so I'm having fun now, and then I can start cranking it up, and you know, get some serious reps in. But man, yeah, it's, you know, but you know, a lot of us struggle with those type of issues. That's been the bane of my existence forever. You know, and but you know, this year that's something that I'm really laser focused on changing. You know, just establishing um, discipline, consistency, but not only that, the resolve to accomplish the goal. You know, not just trying, but having the resolve to get it done. You know, it's a difference between trying and having the resolve. Resolve is, oh, I don't give a fuck what happened. We getting this shit done. Right? So yeah, man. So far, man, I ain't gonna like maybe I say this every year, but I feel really good about this year. Like I feel like this is gonna be a year of rapid growth for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm feeling really good. I had a moment when I got off work on Friday, and I was like, I haven't felt like, because the level of discipline and consistency I've had in the past couple weeks has been like abnormal. And I haven't felt like this in a while, and I feel like I was really getting back to feeling passionate about what I do, but also just, man, just sucking it up, right? Like life, cause life life be trying to beat your ass all the time, and now I'm just like, fuck it, I'm fighting back. You know, and I've been doing that for years, but now it's like I'm taking it up a notch. I'm because one thing that I know is a bad habit that I had was like, if something unexpected happened that kind of pissed me off or made me mad, that could throw me off track, right? Like for instance, I was at work one day and I could have got off early because I didn't have a lot of work to do, but somebody else wasn't doing their shit, and so I had to pick up the pieces after them more or less, and so I'm at work probably 45 minutes longer than what I needed to be. I was pissed the fuck off, but and the thought came to my mind, bro, like I'm gonna just go home. I ain't going to the gym. I'm mad, bro. I'm gonna go home get a pizza or something. But then again, I hit the brakes. I said, no, nigga, nah, I'm not gonna let this shit get to me. I took my ass to the gym, and I got it in, came home. I don't know what I did when I came home, but I went to the gym. Right, but I don't know, man. This year so far, I've been feeling really good. I've been feeling. I mean, that's not abnormal to be feeling good for me, but it's like I feel like I'm starting to figure some shit out. You know, I feel like certain things are just starting to click for me when they weren't before, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Been in the gym grinding, minding my business, staying single, gang. Yeah, but I think this is gonna be another single year. Yeah, I think this is gonna be another one of those single years. I think didn't I ask? I think I asked on the community post. I was like, "Do you guys think I'm gonna lose my virginity this not this year, but going from 33 to 34? Was I gonna lose my virginity?" And I think I forgot what it was a poll. I forgot what the result was. It was something like 20% said you are and 80% said I was, or like 75-20. It was roughly 75-25. And I was like, these guys know. And look, I'm already halfway there and no pussy in sight. So yeah, I think this is gonna be another single year for the game. But how you dealing with it, Spawn? You handling it well? You handling it like a G? I threw away the girls I was chasing last year. One already crawled. You got bitches, Black Sail. I thought you were a no bitch getting a motherfucker like me. You got way more bitch. You got way more bitch potential, gang. Bitch potential, gang. No, but you know what? You know what? I think it's true and it's not true. It's true, like it's true in the sense of like how do I put it? If I put certain things to the side as far as like standards and morals, yes. But I think a big part of what kind of would get in the way with me is that I do have standards, right? So it's not just a matter of getting a girlfriend or getting laid. It's a matter of finding some like the right person, somebody that I really be compatible with, and somebody that would accept like the more eccentric weird things about myself. I think that's more so the hard part, because you know I talk about times where I got choosing signals and shit, but I think a lot of that was just because they like what they saw because I'm in good shape, but they don't really know that I'm a weird motherfucker living in his mom's laundry room. Right. Like I feel like with a lot of girls that even may have given me choosing signals, if they found out like one wrong thing about me, it could have just completely flipped it. So I wouldn't put too much stock into it, but I will admit that I exaggerate my unattractiveness because it helps keep me focused. I do that. I'll admit it. Right. Like now, this is one thing that I do at the gym, right? To keep myself focused at the gym. So I go to the gym and let's say you got like cute girls in there, you got bad bitches, pretty girls, all that, you know, big butts, all, you know, the typical stuff, right? What I tell myself to keep myself focused, I'll tell myself this. I'll say, okay, there is a 99% chance that you're not going to walk out of here today with a girlfriend or any girl liking you. But if you put in the effort, there's a 100% chance you'll walk out of here having had a great fucking workout, feeling proud of yourself, walking to that car feeling like a damn demon. Right? So basically I'm shifting my focus to what I can control away from what I can't control. I can't control whether or not girls like me, but I can control how hard I go in the gym. That's the outcome that I have control over. I can go in, I can put the work, I can push myself. I know I can get that. the girls in the gym, the hoes in the gym, whatever, like there's statistically more than likely today and the day after and the day after that, nothing's gonna happen. So just basically saying, get that shit out of your mind, bro. Like it's not gonna happen. But I'm gonna tell you what can happen. You can get your ass into that goddamn stair climber till you about to throw up. You can do 500 push-ups, put on that weighted vest, do some pull-ups. Right? You can do that. I'll tell you that much. And again, but the thing about it, when I do that, it reinforces the programming in my mind that I'm more unattractive than I actually am. So look what we got here. I always got to show off the drink. We have Alani. Alani. I can't even read. So, but anyway, it's an energy drink. I've been cutting back on these. Usually like going to work, I would drink one before work or in the morning doing work. The good thing is, I've been really weaning myself off energy drinks, especially like relying on them for work. I've been making sure I get my sleep, I'm prepared, things like that. And I haven't been having to rely on these as much for that early morning boost. But now on like the weekend, I kind of use it as a treat, especially when I'm streaming or I'm trying to have a long Saturday night, because I'm off on the weekends and I want to get the most out of this shit as I can. I probably made a bad decision though. This is cotton candy flavor. And yeah, I think this is one of the more healthier energy drinks. Healthier, right? Quotes. But it's gluten-free, vegan. It's vegan. Damn. See? But it's cotton candy flavor. I've never tasted anything where the cotton candy flavor was good. Cotton candy flavor always sucks. But damn it, I like the way the can look. Let's test it out. Well, it does taste like. Nah, it ain't bad. It ain't bad for energy drink though. I'm playing. I mean, I've never tasted an energy drink that tasted good anyway. They all taste like synthetic mess, synthetic bioengineered nonsense. When I'm unemployed, I work out my right arm 24/7. Look, Tyrone, look. I'm a gooner coomer too. I'm with you, gang. But make sure you fap in moderation, fap responsibly. Did I ever put out that video? I'm working on a video where I'm going to show you guys how to fap responsibly. How I like right now. I probably haven't masturbated in about 5 or 6 days, something like roughly 5, 6, 4 to 6. I forgot. um, but yeah, you guys know I'm King Goon, bruh. I'm King Gooner, but I'm a believer in the use of pornography and masturbation to enjoy your sexuality, to enjoy your sex. To me, it's sexual entertainment. But I'm also a believer in semen retention. I'm a believer in how sexual energy invigorates and empowers us as men. It gives us a bit of a boost when we store it up. And I think that I know and I can't speak for everybody, but I know if I masturbate too much, I get lethargic. I lose focus. I want to nap more and shit like that. And so I've always made an effort once I realized that to kind of cut back and find the correct balance of it. And I feel like that's really where I'm at. I haven't had serious issues with masturbating to porn in years, honestly. I have times where I overindulge. It's funny. I remember when I found that game, Fear and Hunger. I don't know what it was about that game, but that game brought the worst out of me. Like I played that game for a week straight, and it was like go to work, Fear and Hunger, jack off, eat, and just repeat for a week straight, bro. It was like I was obsessed with that game. But other than like like times like that, which are really unusual, uncommon these days, I tend to do pretty good at, controlling my urges. And, I try to keep it basically to like one or two fap sessions a week. And I try to leave it towards like the end of the week, after I've gotten through the struggle of the work week combined with still having to do content, going to the gym. And like, so I try to save it basically for the weekend. Um, and even like on a day to day, I would suggest saving it for the end of the day. Set your important goals for the beginning of the day, midday, things like that. And as a treat, as a reward, jack off to some old school Jennifer White. I was watching porn today as I was making a beat. Sometimes like I got two screens. So I'll have like my FL Studio on the big screen and porn on this little screen. And it's just something like I've always done that for years. I just, like if I got two screens, I'm gonna have porn on one of them. It sets a vibe for me. And I remember no today I was watching like you guys know Jennifer White, the porn star. She is beat now, Lord. But when she first came into the game, she had like one or two good scenes. I don't know what happened. I feel like I feel like she must have became a drug addict soon after she got into the industry because she lost weight and she didn't look the same. And then she took a break, came back, and just she been washed ever since. But I don't. Her first scene, like she was dressed as a schoolgirl, and it was like a pink room or something. I don't know if you guys ever seen, but that is the best. That is like one of the best porn scenes I've ever seen, and the best Jennifer White scene ever, because that was her in her short. Like she had her prime was like 1 year. I'm telling you, there was a time when Jennifer White, she wasn't thick, but she had some meat on her bones. And then after she really got her foot into the industry, she lost weight and she was never the same. I always felt like she was most attractive when she had a little weight to her. Oh man. Now I sound like that dude on X that be critiquing the porn stars like a sports analyst. Man, these two single mothers that have the same baby daddy, one of them already crawling back after 2 months of cutting her off. Don't why you talking to single moms, man? We gotta do. Come on, bro. We gotta do better than that, bro. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If I brought home a single mom, I'd be embarrassed. I don't see how guys do it. I don't see how. If you already got kids, I get it. But if you're a single guy with no kids, I don't see how you're not embarrassed on a family level to bring home a single mother. Like I get it, okay, on at work with your friends or whatever. Okay, like I would be embarrassed just to bring that home to my mom. Like, hey, mom, I got this girl, and then she's like, yeah, but she got a kid or two. And see, my mom, she wouldn't say it. She wouldn't say it, and your mom probably wouldn't either. But I'm telling you, they will be. I believe moms are disappointed when their sons get with women who already have kids. I think it's similar to like a father seeing their daughter get with like a thug or a game banger or something like that. A bad boy is like that, but they're not gonna say it most of the time. But I truly believe they feel they don't like that shit. They don't like it. But it's like, what can you do? What can you do? I'd be embarrassed, bro. I couldn't, man. I couldn't do that to my mama, bro. I could do like not just for me, right? I couldn't do that to my mama, man. I couldn't do that shit to my mom, bro. I feel like she rather I just be a virgin forever. Well, maybe not. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I took it one step too far. Ooh. Celsius tastes good. Celsius. I think I've had one of those before. Um, but I don't remember the taste. I have to give it like Celsius is one of those like semi-healthy ones, right? Red Bull, Monster, Ghost. Those are the ones when you saying fuck my heart, fuck my body. I'm going in. That's the man. Some people speculate that's what took Kevin Samuels out. You know, he would be on screen, had that red. He would be in that damn suit, clean as a whistle. He would have cologne on, I bet, and wouldn't even be going out. Nobody can just smell him. He just got it on. And that had that Red Bull ready to go, man. You know, all respect to Kevin Samuels though. Rest in peace to one of the Red Pill OGs, man. It's so unfortunate. Like he didn't really resonate with me, but I respected what he did, and I love to see his like that the way he catapulted to the top of the manosphere and became so popular. It was amazing to see, and it's like you never like it's strange because you don't know what his full potential was. Like I honestly felt like Kevin Samuels was on the way to being like the male Oprah or something. I thought he was on his way to being like Oprah for men, like an edgier Oprah for men or something like that. You know, like he would go on to surpass Steve Harvey and the like because he had that edge to him. You know, he was more raw. I went 56 days I went 56 days without porn and oh cool shit. You better than me. I think the most I did was like 30 days, like I think 28, 29 days, something like that. Oh, excuse me. I did like 28, 29 days, but like my thing is I do no fap, but I don't do no porn. Like that's that's like I be watching porn regardless. Like I'm the type I just sometimes I put on some music and just be going through my favorite porn sites looking for stuff to download. I'm like a collector. So I'll spend like an hour just collecting shit. Like, oh, I want that, I want this. Let me get that too, and boom, boom, bam. You know, so that's the type of person I am. I can watch porn and not even be jacking off. Like I could be making a beat and have porn on right there, and it's just there to set the vibe, right? It's just there, so I got something to look at other than the damn knobs and the numbers and shit and the bars. It get boring looking at this fucking DAW all day and shit. So I had like some bitches on, has some porn right there, and then I got my studio shit right there, and I'm good to go. And you might think it would be a distraction, but it's really not because porn is actually quite boring in its totality. When you're actually masturbating, you skip through it. You watching multiple videos. You got 47 tabs open. So when you just put like, say a Japanese adult video on, like, they long, like 2 hours. I could put one of them on, half that shit boring, so I can just have it on, and I'm able to like have it there, but still be focused on my music. And it's just there, like, if I'm trying to think, I'm just watching this Japanese bitch get raped by demons or something, and then I get back to what I'm doing. But it is what it is. I saw porn at 6. It messed my life up. I don't know, man. Porn, nah. I ain't gonna, cause, and I gotta make a video talking about this. I was worse. I was a worse masturbator before I had consistent access to pornography, and I didn't realize that till I thought about it. But like, I was a true masturbator. Like, I was a true, like, I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way. I was like, damn, really? I was worse before the porn. Truthfully, I was worse I think in a way I was worse because it was harder to find something to masturbate to. So I was more desperate to find shit, and it took so long, bro. I'm like when I'm a young teen watching the Sundance Channel, so okay, there's this weird French movie on. It's probably gonna be some nudity, and then I gotta catch it in the moment. I mean, it's crazy, man. I haven't felt happiness since 5. Damn, Black Cell, you need to get your shit together. Get your shit together, bro. I wish I could teach people how to be happy, but I don't know how to teach it. Like I don't. That's the thing. I think it's such a personal. It's a personal. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to give it. That's one thing. I've had some people say that I've changed their life and uh they were suicidal in a dark place, but watch my videos. So maybe some people get it, some people don't, or maybe some people don't resonate with how I explain it or how I express it. But I'm not the guy that you can sit down with and I can show you the step by step. I mean, I can tell you and show you what I did, but I don't know how useful that would really be. But that's fucked up. Damn. I mean, even at my worst, I still had good days and good times. Like I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't understand people like you, Black Cell, that seem to be like that depressed, right? Like that level. I don't get, because even with everything I've been through, even during my worst times, it's like, yeah, I still had good days. Even then, had good. There was shit that was happening that was cool. I could think back to good memories, and like it was a mix. I think my issue was that it was kind of unstable though. Like I had unstable mental health. It was ups and downs, and you know, what I really obtained was stability. Not always being as zooted as I am right now. You guys, I'm fucked up right now. I'm high on happy right now, bro. I'm good. This was a great week for me. So I'm feeling myself, but it's not always this fun. But I tend to be pretty stable, pretty stable. I like the white girl, Gianna Michaels. Yeah, she good. She good. That tit cat, but she got a pig face, bro. Nice breasts, but pig face. Nice breast, pig face, but no ass either. She had like, that's the thing about girls with big breast that I've noticed. A lot of times they'll have great breast, right? But they won't have the face to match, or they won't have the ass to go with it. That's the unfortunate thing about it. Not always. You do have some women like Siri before she got her breast reduction. Like she's a good, like she had a great body until she butchered her chest. Goddamn. But she had a cute face, big breast, nice hourglass shape. Didn't have the biggest ass, but she wasn't like a flat back either. So she's an example. But a lot of times it seems like, I don't. It's weird, bro. Like it just seems like when girls get blessed with big breasts, God gonna take something. Like you either gonna have a face like a duck, or you're gonna have no ass, or you're gonna have big breasts at the expense of being just overweight, of just being fat, which is also a problem. So you have that as well. Marcos gets through like 30% of my comments. I told you I'm not reading your look outside comments. I don't want any look outside with spoilers, nigga. I'm still technically playing that game. There was some good shit that I missed. You talk about look outside, I ain't reading it because I got to play that shit in curse mode. But look outside was one of the. It was one of the. No, it was the best game I played last year for sure. It was. In fact, I played it again after I bought it on Steam. But I think next time I play it, I'm gonna play it on curse mode because it's more difficult. But I'm not reading look outside comments because I don't want to see some shit that I didn't find out yet. Chat, I like to do a collab with you, explaining. Oh, for sure, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I see you doing your thing, dropping your videos, and I'm gonna check you out, and we're gonna do that. Yeah, I still got the idea for the Wizards Roundtable. I'm gonna get some wizards from the internet. We're gonna have a group chat. We're gonna talk about some shit. Like that's one of my dream projects for this year. I just got to get caught up with some other shit, but that's my dream project for sure. 'Cause I know a lot of guys like us who like to vent and talk about our situations and things like that. And I think it'd be interesting getting like, just imagine like just a maybe 4 or 5 wizards and together on a group chat and then having different topics we can talk about and things like that. I can moderate and it could be like just a little bonus thing for the YouTube channel. Like that's one ideas that I got just floating around in my head. Just I got so much shit I'm trying to do, so I've been kind of behind. But that's my dream project for this year that I'm gonna try to get off the ground because just trying to connect with other guys that are in our situation. We are the leaders of the male, what was it, the male sexlessness, the male loneliness. I ain't lonely, y'all niggas lonely. I never understood being lonely, bro. I don't get being lonely. I don't. The only hole that I have is the hole that was left by Friender. Rest in peace. That's the only thing that I still be like, damn, something, right? I ain't got my dog no more. Other than that, because the thing is, I love people, but I hate people. That's the thing. I love people, but I hate them. So I can't be mad when I'm alone, because they ain't got to deal with y'all niggas. And I think that's why I don't understand loneliness. Because I love people. I need people. But I hate people and I need to be alone too. And so it works. It works for me to just be like this in my zone, in my comfort zone, at best on the weekend, hanging out with you guys, kicking it, shit like that, give you guys entertainment. We all coming together, sharing some good vibes, updating each other. We some weird motherfuckers. We got to stick with other weird motherfuckers. So, but yeah, man, I never got that. I never understood being lonely, bro. Because being alone is so much fun. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. That's why I never understood it, Like, I don't know anybody I can just hang out with and listen to like Japanese albums or something. My Yamane, Tasagade. Who the fuck I'm gonna hang out with? It's gonna be down. Yo, you try to listen to My Yamane, this 80s singer from Japan. Who gonna do? Nobody gonna do that shit. I gotta do that alone. So it's like when you alone, you can do whatever you want to do. That's the thing about it. You can play the games you want to play. You can watch the movies you want to watch. You can jack off and all. It's just. And it's like when I was in the gym with Kayla, again, love Kayla to death, but Kayla was looking at me like I'm supposed to be a personal trainer and shit. I'm like, yo, I'm in here having fun. I'm freestyling. Man, I be in the gym like I just come up with shit. I don't got no routine. I be there. I be in there just coming up with shit. All right, let me put a weighted vest on. I'm gonna go across the monkey bars. I'm gonna do 5 pull-ups and then go across again, do 5 more. Then I'm gonna drop and do 20 push-ups. I'm just coming up with shit on the fly, man. I'm about to go to bed. Good night, Black Sail. I'm glad you dropped in for a whole damn hour right before we get to the meat of the show. I'm not depressed. I'm just a human mirror. Naturally empty. Damn. I see it. I wonder, like, what the hell is that? What the fuck is that? Nah, I see what you're saying. You don't have the high highs, but you don't have the low lows, right? It's just like you're just neutral. Just you don't feel strongly about anything, good or bad, either way or the other. Yeah, I see that. I see what you're saying. I got you. I guess that's better than being depressed all the time. I could live, yeah, I could manage that. You basically like one of them motherfuckers in anime that push their glasses up and is cool all the time and oh man. Now I say that because I've been watching Freewind and there's this one guy in Freewind that's like he's like when you said that I thought of him. I wonder if I got a. Let me get a. Maybe somebody will recognize him real quick. Let me see if I got a picture of him. But when you said it, that's the first thing I thought about. That guy from Freeland with the glasses on. Let's see if I can find him real quick. I got a bunch of screenshots. Where is this guy? Oh yeah, this dude right here. This guy right here. Look. Yeah, this dude right here. I don't know if you guys seen Freeman, but this guy, he reminds me of that. Like I don't care either way. I'm not sad. I'm not happy. There was a part where this girl had him immobilized, and he was just like, "Well, if you're gonna kill me, kill me. Just do it, man." Like, he kind of cool though. I like him. He got the shadow clone jutsu. He a cool dude, man. If I could teach the world to be a thug in harmony, then I would teach the world to be a thugster just like me, like me. If I could teach the world to be a thug in harmony, then I would teach the world to be a thugster just like me. Why do I stay high? Why do I stay high, high, high? Why do I stay high? Why do I stay high, high, high? Why do I stay high? Why do I stay high? Lord of the Whores. Don't start quoting Bone Thug on me, man. I'm the biggest Bone Thug fanboy in the world. I love them niggas, man. That's what really got me into like Easy E and Bone Thug. That's what got me into rap music. But you know, if I could teach the world, that song, that was a single off their third album, and it's so funny to me because it's obvious they were trying to replicate the success of Crossroads with that song. It was like you could tell they were trying to make a song that had some pop appeal, that had some depth, that kind of talked about like just the serious issues in the world. It was basically talking about like bringing peace to the world, uniting people and things. Like it was a different theme from Crossroads, but you can tell that they were trying to replicate that success. Like let's make a song with a positive message, or a song that's not like the typical rapping about gangster shit and things like that. And I don't know, like I like the song, but I don't know. It didn't live up to what I think they were trying to do with it. I do like the song though. I do like the song. Since it's a New Year's stream, let's do a New Year's Ready to Rumble 2 boxing match. Let's take down the giant 600 pound Rumble man, Marco. We're gonna do Ready to Rumble 2 someday. Someday. Dreamcast and Chill is still in effect. So we still got some good games to play for Dreamcast and Chill. And Ready to Rumble 2 is definitely one of them though. Bro's gonna make a Wizards Guild in Discord. Like this is real. No, I ain't trying to get that close to them niggas. Wizards are weird motherfuckers. I'm saying like, look, let's come together and have a council meeting, right? Let's get the wizards from the four corners of the earth, the strongest wizards, and come together for one battle. Or a couple battles. It'll be like the Avengers, right? Like we got our own territories, but we're gonna come together today. We're gonna come together, man. Vitamin 9860, welcome to the stream. I mean, I'm lonely in the sense that I got no bitches. I do have a family though. You get lonely from no bitches? I don't get that either though. It's like in the moment, like if I go to the gym and I see a girl that's just like, damn. Yeah, that stings. Like seeing a girl that's really my type and it's like she's right there, but I know I can't have her. I'm not good enough for her. She's too good for me. Couldn't say hello. Forever that feel with no girl. Take any chat marker or cashier girl. Just right. Take any chat marker. I can't get bitches song. Just throw it all together, man. That's how I feel in that moment. But it's like once I get back to me and my life, I forget about that shit, bro. I remember I went to the park and I think I might have ran up there. I forgot how I ended up there. I don't know if I drove or if I ran up there. But I think I was working out at the park and I believe, I think I ran up there. And I stopped at the park before I was going to keep going uptown. And I was probably about 5 minutes from leaving. I was wrapping up my look. I think I stopped to like rest and do some push-ups. I saw this black girl and I didn't get a good look at her face, but her body was, and she had on like these white shorts. I wouldn't say booty shorts, but it was like running shorts. Like I'm assuming she came to the park to run because she got out the car and she was walking to the trail. And I saw that ass, bro. And I'm an ass man, so I'm an ass man. You guys know this. And so I'm looking, and inside of me, I can feel like the lust, that part of me, that part of me that adores women. It was reaching out like, oh God, look, oh, I want some of that, right? I like, give me. I'm watching her just walk away, and I want some, and it stings. But then the other side of my brain was like, no, nigga. Do I need to do the math for you? The chances of rejection are astronomically high. The chances of compatibility are astronomically low. Like now I'm that nigga with the glasses. And then I'm like, all right, man, what we gonna do? Keep running. Right? And so I get back to what I was doing and I stop giving a fuck. In that moment, it stings. Like I see what I want and can't have. It's like, damn. You know, I'm not immune to that feel with no girlfriend just because I'm happy, just because I'm good. I'm okay with being single. It happens to me too. But the what makes it work is you got to have built a good life for yourself. As long as you have a good life for yourself already, those things are just minor inconveniences. Like the sting of that feel with no girlfriend is temporary and quick. The second you snap back to your life, you're like, oh, I'm enjoying myself again. I have too much shit to enjoy to cry over shit like that. So I don't get lonely over bitches either. And I was talking about this with Gemini, the AI, and he basically said it the same way. He said for most men, they feel like if happiness was a meter, they are 10% happy without a girl, and they feel like a girl is gonna give them that other 90%. And Gemini said, I'm the opposite. I have the 90% happiness meter. Like my happiness meter is at a 90%, and I'm only missing the 10% that I could get from a girl. So I can deal with it. It's not a big deal because I have so much happiness already that what I lack in terms of a relationship doesn't make me depressed and doesn't make me feel lonely and things like that. I have too much shit to enjoy. So you gotta get to that point. You gotta build a good life for yourself, and then it's much easier to deal with. I can laugh at it because I have so much to enjoy in my life. I can make jokes about it. That's why I exaggerate my own unattractiveness because it's I can have fun with it. It's funny to me because it's not that serious. You got Kimo Sabi, my favorite. My favorite. Welcome to the stream, Chemo. I have had head injuries as a child. I was born 4 months early. Damn, you fucked up. 4 months? I got a neighbor that was born premature, and she grown as fuck, and she tiny, bro. She's still. If you didn't know her, you would think that she was in middle school, bro, and she grown, but she was born premature, and nothing wrong with her. You know, she not like handicapped or nothing. She just looked really young. It's like she didn't grow right or grow like to a normal woman size. Like she really looked like a middle schooler. Even she got to be in like her early 20s by now. But yeah, she was born premature. I opened up my first investing account via Acorns. It's a great black sale. Good for you doing some productive shit, man. You know, I hadn't checked my DistroKid in a while. You know, that's where I upload my music for streaming sites. It's been some months. I checked. I had $160 in streaming money up there. I was like, yo, that shit was making me money last year. But that was like an accumulation of like several months going by. I wasn't checking it. I've been making money with my job, so I wasn't stressing that. And because I had to pay my yearly subscription to DistroKid, and I went to pay and I checked the bank. It was like, you got $160. I was like, oh shit. It took about a week for it to show up. It just showed up today. And I put it right into my savings because I'm responsible. But damn. That was nice. That was me doing something productive. Hey, Jardy. I have no idea who you are, but scrunch shorts. You talking about the girl with the white booty shorts? Oh my god, bro. I was like, please, God. Oh god, boy, damn. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted that, boy. I was like, oh, like that, like on the outside it was cool, but on the inside I was like, don't let her get away. But that, I'm telling you, bro, like that when that hand come, and the like, you ever seen that GIF? Maybe I can find it, bro. What's that GIF? What's that GIF, man? Oh, there we go. Hold up. there we go. That'll do. That'll do. Yeah, you ever seen that GIF with like the math symbols and the guy's like thinking and he right? That's like this is what keeps me a virgin right here, because whenever I see a girl I like, I just like instantly the statistics and the probabilities and the chances and the right start floating through my mind, right? Probability of being single, probability of liking me, probability of this, blah, 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 blah. And everything is not in my favor. So it's like it's a safe bet every time. And so when I feel that hand reaching out and that other hand comes, it's like, no, that's what it's telling me. It's like, nigga, do I need this to show you the math? But again, weaponized pessimism. It's funny, but kind of sad too. I get what you mean, and I'm always back and forth in my mind. Sometimes I'm content, and then sometimes I think, damn, I'm 25 and have never known a woman. Yeah, damn. You know, but I mean, yeah, it's amazing, I guess. Like as you get up in age, and it's like, yeah, you've never had those experiences, but there's a certain excitement about it too, though, because it's like I almost look at it like the story I told last stream, when I was at the gym and that big booty black girl had sat beside me on the machine, and I was just in awe of her presence, and it's like. It was funny because just a attractive girl sitting near me, being that close to me is like a profound experience. But there are guys out like somebody fucking her. Like there's somebody that had his face in her butt, had his penis in her mouth. Like, and I'm sitting here mind blown just because she decided to sit near me. But I feel like the cool thing about being a virgin at this age is that you keep that magic of girls alive. Like girls still seem like these magical creatures, and it's just you just wonder like what's on the other side of that wall, like what's on the other side of that door. Maybe I'll never know. And so that magic is still there. And I don't know if guys get desensitized to it when after you have those experiences, after you've dated and had sex. Maybe it remains, maybe it dies down some, but you know, to me, I'm kind of over the whole, oh, I'm this old and I'm still a virgin. It is what it is. But it's more so to me just like the fact that I still feel like a teenager, how I felt when I was a teenager in relation to women. Because like I said in the story I told, when that happened in the gym, it reminded me of what happened when I was a kid on the bus, when one of the prettiest girls in the school had sat beside me on the bus, and I felt like I was sitting next to a goddess. I was just frozen. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I was like, I felt unworthy. And I was like, damn, like I'm still that weird kid on the bus to this day. Like I've grown and developed so much in this area and that area. Like, look at me, shit. I'm a fucking Super Saiyan. But when it comes to girls, I'm still that shy kid on the bus, man. And I just that's what's funny about still being a virgin at my age, is just like that. Those feelings are still there. Maybe when I'm older, I'll get over shit like this. Yeah, like I say, focus on building your personal life. Find a purpose for yourself. You know, find something that drives you. Find something that motivates you. You know, get into self improvement, and then just try to what are you into? What do you do, nigga? You do something? I was supposed to be 6'3". I'm 5. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? I do wonder that sometimes though. Like if I had better diet, nutrition, could I have been taller? Could I had a bigger dick? Cause we were eating some bullshit growing up, man. As you get older, you will stop caring. You will realize death is coming, and you're probably gonna go out alone anyways. I mean, death is coming from like regardless. You could be 5 years old and get hit by a damn car. But I see what you mean. Declining health, like the inevitable death, not the premature death. Like, oh, I'm just a dying biological machine. In all actuality, do we just live to die? Fuck is that? Fuck, motherfucker. On my table? What the fuck is that? I ain't seen a bug in my room in the longest time. It's spring cleaning time, man. I'm seeing a bug now. I done fell the fuck off. I'm disappointed in myself. Damn. The sad part is there's a 10% chance that chick you job past was thinking of you too, but you would never. Yep, that's the thing. It's a low chance. I put it at about 2, but I see what you're saying. It's crazy, like how men and women, we walk past each other every day, not knowing that we like each other, not knowing that we're attracted to each other, but we can't get past our own bullshit to just say, man, I like you. Fuck, I like the way you look, bitch. You got a fat ass, bitch. Now don't call her bitch. But it is. It's a shame. Sometimes I do wonder, like, how many girls have I walked past that I liked or I found attractive and she found me attractive too. But then how many girls, I also think how many girls that I walked past that I found attractive that looked at me like, I hope this nigga do not talk to me. I pray this nigga do not talk to me. Him and his unacceptable hair. I hope he. Oh Lord, I think I've made a lot of women's day by staying the fuck away from them, bro. I gotta say that too. You know, I'm the type like if I'm walking in Walmart, I see a pretty girl coming my way, I'll go to the right, go to the left. If I'm in the gym and a girl come in the area, you know, if I don't really need to be there, yeah, like you can have this space, you can have this. I'll leave. You know, so it's that too. You know, I'm sure I've done a lot of girls some favors by not acting on that. So it's both. It's really both. I overthink shit too much. Yeah, we somebody told me, you know, you don't can't think too much, but you can't overthink specific things. See, I overthink too, but for me, it's I'm the other guy. It's I'm the other guy she wants to get. Oh wait, you so you have the confidence, and you're the opposite of us. I'm the other guy she wants to get with. Oh no, I mean that's damn. You must be a pussy getting motherfucking load of whores. Damn. My inner monologue is like that bitch don't want you, nigga. that bitch, but you know, and that sounds bad, but it's weaponized pessimism. It's really to keep me focused. That's all it is. It just is weaponized pessimism. Like that voice in my head that says shit like that is just trying to keep me on the straight and narrow. Like just stay. Like don't even nine times out of 10 that voice is right. But success in dating is not about overwhelming chances of victory. It's about finding those small lanes for potential victory. You know, it's going for that 5% chance over and over and over again. Oh man. And I ain't about to do all that shit. Where that picture at? Hold on, I gotta show y'all this shit. This shit had me tripping, bro. This shit reminded me why I do not even try. Is this it right here? Look at this. I saw this posted on R9K the other day. This was on Reddit. Ask me anything. So look at what this guy said, bro. Look at what this guy said, bro. He said, I wanted to find a girlfriend. I co-proposed 300 women this year. Went on 12 dates, slept with three and a half of them, and had a brief summer fling with one. Ask me anything. I was tired of being single and wanted to find a connection this year, so I started going up to women on the street, at coffee shops, bookstores, schools, bars, clubs, and telling them they were attractive and asked for their numbers. I'm not the most handsome guy. I'm getting older and I put on some weight, but I think it turned out okay, bruh. Is this okay to y'all? Like, am I the only one tripping that this is not okay, bruh? You approached 300 women, went on 12 dates where you probably had to spend some money and pay for them too, and got 3 crumbs of pussy. You ain't even get a girlfriend. 300? Bruh, like, this is not okay. We gotta stop acting like this is okay. This is not okay, bruh. Like, it ain't nothing normal about this. And maybe that guy, he feels good about his struggle because, you know, when you want something bad enough, you'll go for those low odds. I get that. So it does say a bit about me and how much I want it, which is not a lot, but still, this is absurd to me. Like, I see this, I'm like, bro, this is not okay. This ain't okay, bro. that a nigga got a code. Bruh, most men don't even code approach 50 women. 50, 30, 40, 50. I say 30 to 50. Most men won't even do that their whole life. And I'm talking guys who get girlfriends and wives. They won't do it 30 times in their life. This nigga did it 300, got 3 crumbs of pussy. How dare anybody criticize me for not wanting to do this shit? That's absurd. That's crazy. And didn't even get what he wanted. But I mean, if he enjoyed the experience, then more power to him. That's the point. If he enjoyed it, that's great. But for me, I can't do that, bro. 300 for some crumbs. But yeah, again, and that's when you get into the craziness of it, because see, and that's that overthinking. Because realistically, I could ask out 10 girls and within that 10 find the one, or I could ask out 1,000 and get 5 crumbs of pussy and be like, damn, I'm an idiot. So, but you don't know. That's the crazy. Like, you don't know. You could be the guy that got to ask out 500 women. You could be the guy that got to ask out 5. You don't know. And that's what's so scary about it. You don't know. And I don't think, as mentally resilient as I've become, I don't think I can handle a lot of rejection, because I think if I get rejected too much, it's only going to reinforce what I've been telling myself all these years. Like, I got too much mental stack of, oh, I'm not attractive, I can't do this. So for me, rejection would just reinforce what I already believe. So that wouldn't work for me. That wouldn't work for me. I got years of dating pessimism locked into my brain. So, but that's crazy, man. Mindset: control your thoughts, even if you know it's bullshit, and your brain will rewire and be trained to act accordingly. Yeah. A lot of shit is attitude and how you look at things and whatnot. Everything starts in the mind, But even that has limitations, because sometimes the thoughts in your mind have to meet reality as well. So that power has limitations, but yeah, you are right. Everything starts in the mind. I think that's how I really started to get on my feet. It's just adjusting how I thought about life, adjusting my attitude and my mindset, how I thought about myself, my approach to life and shit like that, Marco stand on that straight and narrow just to end up like that neat, and I'm not a human. I'm not a human. No, I'm not like him though. I would have been having fun in that little hut. He was depressed drinking kombucha. I'm happy drinking kombucha. I drank kombucha 2 nights in a row. I really am living like that nigga. That's pretty much my goal. I once asked a fatty to suck me off, and she did. Damn. What you doing, man? 300 is crazy. I know, bro. Come on. Like, I'm not tripping, guys. If I'm tripping, let me know. This is not acceptable, man. I do that with streamer girls. It's fun when you don't do this shit in person. Well, it's much easier because you don't lie. That don't count. Play. Get out of here. That don't count, streamer girls. That don't count. You don't get no points for that. You get no points for that. Get out of here. Like, I don't get no points for asking out Iris. That was I got nothing for that. I get no points whatsoever. That don't even count. To me, online confessions don't count whatsoever. It's got to be real life. You got to be in the trenches. You got to be face to face with the pussy. That's when shit gets real, man. That's when it's real. When you do it like that, then you get a couple points. I give you some points. Streamer girls, that's too easy. That's online, bro. We can beat anybody online. All right. So what's this podcast about? Nah, I'm kidding. So this is the New Year Botcast. We chopped it up. We had some fun. But there were some topics that I wanted to get to on the last podcast I never was able to get to because goddamn internet. So let's lock in and look into some New Year's topics. So this is actually a good article right here. I'm not going to read everything, but it goes over A to Z, the biggest stories of 2025. Let's take a step back, look back at 2025 and see what happened. Right. And so first, artificial intelligence. A for artificial intelligence. AI adoption is rapidly growing, and some of the biggest conversations this year have been on how it would shake up the workplace and reimagine economies. In October, the Reuters Institute carried out a survey in 6 countries and found that the proportion of respondents who said they use a generative AI system such as ChatGPT jumped from 40% to 61% this year as governments try to regulate. Sorry about that. Try to regulate the fast growing technology. Fears of job losses and echoes of a dot-com style buzz have also resounded with big AI players such as NVIDIA, Google, Meta, and OpenAI making monumental circular deals this year. So, A was artificial intelligence, and maybe a little bit before 2025, but that's when I started doing like using the AI to create images for my social media and things like that. So I was utilizing it even then, but I just got into like the chat AIs and whatnot. But I'm telling you, it's a useful tool. And it's like I said, it's kind of scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because I think a lot of people are sleeping on it, but I think it's gonna kind of be like the smartphone, where you kind of see how even we're at the point older people in their 60s and 70s are glued to their smartphones and browsing social media. Like I go in my mom's room and she's on the damn phone browsing TikTok and X shorts and things like that. And it's like, you just like my mom was the type before, not a technology person, not a phone person, but now I swear she stayed glued to that damn thing. Even at work, I work with some older people. They same shit. They going through shorts. I think the use of artificial intelligence, even by the average person, is going to become more and more common. And it's kind of scary to think about, but it is a very, very useful tool. B was for Bitcoin. C, Charlie Kirk, of course. Conservative activist and media figure Charlie Kirk became a central and controversial figure in 2025 following his assassination, which sent shockwaves through U.S. politics and globally. As the founder of Turning Point USA, Kirk has spent years at the center of campus culture wars, where he built a large following through provocative speeches on university campuses, and through his close alignment with Donald Trump and the MAGA movement. I remember when he got assassinated, I got off work, and I just had a feeling, bro. I was like, something happened, man. I ain't, because sometimes I'll be at work checking 4chan, and I hadn't checked 4chan for like a couple hours. And I was like, I just had a gut feeling like something happened, man. I came home, I get an R9K. The first thing I see is Charlie Kirk getting shot in the damn neck. But remember, people predicted there was going to be race wars or, civil war or big violent or significant violent conflicts that would result from the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and really didn't. It happened. It was a big shitstorm. People got fired from their jobs for celebrating it, but it kind of just fizzled out. And now we've moved on to, we've invaded Venezuela and took their damn president. So it's just one thing after another, man. Bro, rather do 10,000 push-ups over 300. Yeah. 10,000 push-ups, guaranteed return. You talking about guaranteed return over no guarantee is simple. Yeah, of course. Like, that's not even crazy. Like 10,000 push-ups, you're going to feel better, you're going to look better, you're going to be better. 300 approaches, and you get some crumbs of pussy. Speaking of AI, did you see all those AI videos of you in the Discord making out? Who the fuck did that, bro? I haven't seen it. Post it again. Y'all niggas, I'm surprised y'all didn't have me with some dudes, bro. Old people are cooked in this new tech society. What's up, fellas? What's up, Hellbreaker? Welcome to the stream. Somebody post them AI videos. I missed them. It's probably the only way I'll ever be able to kiss a girl. Donald Trump. U.S. President Donald Trump warrants a standalone article for the scale, speed, and unprecedented nature of changes he unleashed during his second term and for the wide web of issues tied to his leadership or dictatorship. Damn it. In 2025 alone, he signed 225 executive orders, surpassing the number he signed during his entire first term. Returning to office on January 20th, he began his term by pardoning those involved in the 2021 Capitol Hill riots. Soon after, he announced sweeping global tariffs, but often focused on China, followed by the One Big Beautiful Bill, which triggered deep federal spending cuts and stripped funding from major U.S. programs, including USAID. His administration tightened immigration enforcement and rolled back environmental and diversity policies. Yeah, man, Donald Trump has been working. He been on the job, man. You know, a lot of times they say presidents don't do shit. Donald Trump, he does shit. Now, of course, I'm a believer that, you know, presidents are basically puppets, frontmen for the actual powers that run the country and whatnot. But at the very least, you got to say the Donald Trump-led administration has been a busy one. We've seen massive overhauls in policy and just a lot of crazies. Again, man, this whole thing, even recently, all this talk about how we've invaded Venezuela and took their president and the president's wife, and apparently it's over oil or they were trafficking drugs into the United States. I think that this is just American imperialism 101. America just trying to rule the whole damn globe. But whatever sorry ass excuse they're using for that invasion and the kidnapping of the Venezuelan president, I'm sure it's bullshit. But just another example, though. And then you got even more recently, ICE. And then I think that there was a woman that was killed or shot by an ICE agent. And now people are protesting and causing a fuss over that. And I kind of saw this coming. I mean, this was kind of inevitable. You know, it's like when you look at those ICE agents, a lot of them, it kind of reminds me of TSA in a way. You know how in TSA, they got just like not the most professional type of people working those jobs. And I look at some of the people working at ICE and they got like arm tattoos and shit. Anytime I see somebody in law enforcement with arm tattoos, that's a red flag to me, bro. That is a red flag. I feel like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel when they start hiring tatted up motherfuckers to do jobs like that. But yeah, who didn't see that coming? Elections, far right. Gaza, okay, that's a big one. Israel's genocidal war on Gaza past 2 years. I was surprised that they even called it that, but it is the Al Jazeera, so they might be a little, I would say biased, but they're just being accurate. With Israeli forces continuing their air and ground assaults, displacing the population repeatedly, a particular turning point was when the IPC declared famine in Gaza in August following Israel's continued blockade of aid and the purposeful starvation of the population. In 2025 alone, Israel killed at least 25,000 Palestinians and injured 62,000 others. Yeah, I think, the war in Gaza kind of revealed a lot about Israel, but also American politics as far as our politicians' seemingly unwavering allegiance with Israel. Because this has been a very unpopular war and conflict, and a lot of people have taken a stance that, even though Hamas seemed to have hit Israel first, that the way Israel has been conducting this war and campaign has been completely without any sort of honor and dignity. We know war is hell, but in war, modern warfare, you're gonna always make people feel strongly or badly against you if you're killing civilians indiscriminately. It's like you look at the war in Ukraine, yeah, it's awful. God damn. But one thing you can say is that the Russian army, they're not just targeting innocent civilians indiscriminately. Most of the people killed are military personnel. So people are looking at it in a different light. But when you have military that's using its overwhelming might to target civilians, seemingly without a care in the world, that's not a good look for any military in our age. Maybe a 200 years ago when the motto was, hey, we're gonna come in, we're gonna kill all the men, we're gonna rape the women, and we're gonna enslave the children. Yeah, back then it would have been whatever, but now, there's just a certain standard that people expect, first world military personnel to live up to. You if you're gonna kill, you're killing other soldiers. You're not killing innocent civilians without good cause. I mean, sometimes you just have collateral damage, but oh well. Houthis, Iran, Jeffrey Epstein. In 2025, the Jeffrey Epstein saga continued to make headlines as new documents, emails, and images were released under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, with the New York Times claiming more than 130,000 papers have been released to date. Photos of Epstein's private island, call logs, and email exchanges with high-profile figures were published by the House Oversight Committee, drawing global attention and sparking heated political debate. Among the most talked about revelations in late 2025 were emails in which Epstein allegedly referenced Donald Trump and claimed the victim had spent time in his house, leading to fierce partisan disputes over context and accuracy. So, of course, there's been calls for the Epstein files to be released. I wanted to see that shit too. But at a certain point, you realize that you're asking the government to reveal information, documents, and evidence that would incriminate those who operate within the government. So it's like, and Kash Patel, the FBI director, he said this on the Joe Rogan podcast. And even though I think that he's yet another puppet that's just, he's another dog of the real powers that run the country. But what he said was not untrue. And he said that no matter what happens, the people are not going to be satisfied. Because if we release the files and it doesn't incriminate anybody, if there's nothing, then they're going to just say that we covered it up. If we release it and there's something, then they're going to say, well, it was a calculated release. But so it is kind of a situation where I know we wanted it, you wanted to see it, but you got it again. It's kind of like you're asking the criminal to incriminate themselves. It's like, okay, I think you guys stole the diamonds. Show me the evidence that you stole it's kind of a silly expectation. So I kind of lost interest in the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing once I realized that we're asking the government to reveal evidence basically against itself. So anything they release is not going to be something that could take them down. If anything, it'll just be something that could temporarily satiate the desires of people. Kendrick Lamar was one of the most talked about artists in music, driven by the ongoing effect of his song Not Like Us, which became his longest charting rap song ever, spending more than 50 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. Hot damn. The song also topped charts after Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance, which was watched by more than 133.5 million viewers. Congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. Man, that Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, I gotta say, when it first popped off, I was not interested. And to this day, I don't know 70% of it. But towards the end, I started kind of paying attention because I started to realize the significance of the beef in a way. And at least in some parts, it's kind of like in the end, people are looking at Drake like you're not a real authentic black person like Kendrick Lamar. You just observe and dissect and take parts of the culture to infuse into your music to stay popular, to make money. And that was kind of the narrative, at least the narrative. I'm not saying that's what Drake is, but as you think about even the title, Not Like Us, Kendrick is saying he ain't like us. Yeah, he know the culture. He know how to take things and incorporate it into what he does, but he ain't us. He ain't real like me. And you think about it, that was a genius way to kind of go at Drake. And for a while, people looked at Drake as being undefeatable in rap beefs. Even for someone that's not a gangster rapper. I think when he beat Meek Mill and their beef, people looked at him differently. Like, oh man, like Drake is just so good and with the pen and so powerful. He can take out gangster rappers and street rappers. Like, don't fuck with Drake, man. And little old Kendrick Lamar took on the beast and humiliated him in front of 133.5 million viewers. But congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I don't have anything against both of any of them. Drake is also a great artist. It's just, you get into a beef, man. You end up looking stupid in the end if you don't win. Louvre, I don't know what that is. Migration, nuclear, occupied West Bank, Pope, Qatar, RSF. I don't care about none of this shit. This is Syria. Tariffs. On April 1st, Trump imposed reciprocal tariffs on the U.S. trading partners, rattling global trade and increasing tensions in international relations. The levies also led to a number of companies saying they would shift supply chains. It is estimated that the U.S. imposed tariffs generated more than $124 billion in revenue between January and September 2025. However, the Tax Foundation estimates that Trump's tariffs amount to an average tax increase of $1,000 or $1,100 per U.S. household in 2025. So they're talking about all this revenue, but I think on the level of the average person, we're not seeing any sort of benefits from this that we can really take advantage of. I think what people are mostly concerned about is things like rent, gas prices, grocery prices. I mean, groceries. Oh my God, man! I still feel so bad that I waited. I waited until mass inflation to get a job, bro. I swear, man. Stuff got so expensive. By the time I start making money, everything is damn expensive. Like $20, man. You burn through $20 so quick. It's crazy. Man, $20 used to set you up for a baller ass weekend. Now you gotta be precise. Like you can't get everything. You can have the chips and the food, but you might not afford like the cakes and the Ukraine. The war in Ukraine entered its fourth year in 2025 and was defined by intensified fighting, stalled diplomacy, and a shift in the U.S. policy that reshaped the conflict's trajectory. On the battlefield, Russian forces controlled roughly 19% of Ukrainian territory, having made incremental but costly gains over the course of the year. On the Eastern Front, the conflict saw a marked escalation in advanced warfare, including expanded use of long-range missiles, significantly the use of drones on both sides. So this was really the war that people wanted Donald Trump to stop the most, I think, because they were looking at the amount of money that was being sent to the Ukraine, the amount of aid. And most people with any good sense knows that this is not a war that Ukraine could win without direct intervention from other countries, if not like multiple countries. And so they just looked at it like a waste, like, fuck it, man. Like y'all fucked up. You gotta take this ass whooping. But we don't want to pay for it, especially if it's gonna end in a losing effort. But this is the war that's continued to go on. And even worse, we've seen Donald Trump kind of escalate and instigate the situation in the conflict between Iran and Israel, and more recently and next on the list, Venezuela. We invaded the country and took their president. So the peace president ain't looking so much like the peace president these days, although some people are attributing the stopping of certain conflicts to Trump's intervention. I think like the temporary conflict between, I think it was what is that place? India and Pakistan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Trump takes credit for dousing that fire before it got out of hand. Venezuela, another foreign policy campaign under the Trump administration that drew global attention, was the situation in Venezuela, where Trump's mandate against terrorists transformed the Caribbean into a new battlefield. Since August, Washington deployed thousands of troops, warships, and aircraft across the region, reopened military bases in Puerto Rico, and conducted drills in what analysts describe as the largest U.S. presence in Latin America in decades. In September, the U.S. began a series of strikes on Venezuelan boats it claimed were trafficking drugs to the U.S., with the total death toll as a result of these attacks tallying more than 100 dead. See, whether Xi Jinping, Yoon Suk-yeol, Zoran Mamdani. After Trump, the most talked about U.S. politician in 2025 might just be Zoran Mamdani, who became New York City's first Muslim, South Asian, and African-born mayor by winning 50.8%. Something about that number just makes me think this was rigged. Something about that number just like this was a whole. But again, and just full transparency, like I said before, I believe that most of these prominent politicians are just puppets. I think people got to stop putting their faith in these politicians, that especially when they come out of nowhere and they're held up as being a savior, whether it's Donald Trump, Obama, Biden, or Zoran Mamdani, either or. I think, yeah, it's just that number 50.8. It just sounds like a fake election. Such sound fake. Set up. I smell fake set up puppet politician all over this damn shit. But campaigning on rent freezes, universal child care, public transit, and green infrastructure, a bunch of shit probably ain't gonna do, and galvanizing multiracial working class coalitions across the city, he won the primaries in June. However, his campaign experienced intense scrutiny and backlash online, with Equality Labs tracking more than 17 million social media posts about him in 2025 containing Islamophobic, xenophobic, and polarizing content. All right, so yeah, he's going to be, what's he doing? He could be the mayor. Wow, the mayor. Oh. He's really about to be a game changer. He's going to flip New York City as the mayor. Wow. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Bro, there's like 10 in there and they look realistic. 10. Oh, I see me kiss. Oh, damn. AI. God. People about to set me up, man. Gonna be like, yo, Chad ain't no virgin. Yo, Marco, check out your Discord DM. I got you, bro. I sent you the videos and DM. Check for the pain dude and messages. The pain dude. The pain dude. You talk about that emo Naruto nigga? Let me see. This is the most important thing right now. It's pain. Okay. Stop. Dude, I always thought I would never be offended by being AI, and I'm offended. Oh no. Oh no. No. Ah, don't do this to me. No. No. It could be worse. It could be worse. Hey, so this AI shit needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped right now. Ban the AI. Ban it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it right now. Fuck. Get rid of it. What the fuck? Nah, I was just using that as an excuse to show off my gym games. This is terrible, Lord. But I accept it. I accept it. I've been sitting here laughing at these damn celebrities getting AI. Oh, look at Taylor Swift getting gang banged by a bunch of black dudes. Look at Donald Trump sucking off Benjamin Netanyahu. I got off easy so far. It's gonna get way worse than this. This was y'all doing me a favor. Oh man, Lord have mercy. It's uncanny. Oh God. Woo, that's like when you first experience it, it's weird though. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, whoa. I ain't tripping. Like, I accept the technology. It is what it is. But yeah, it's a trip seeing that shit. It's like, whoa, boy. Man, I feel honored though. I feel honored to be famous enough to be AI. Oh man. Okay. That was crazy. Shit. He got Iris first. What, he AI'd Iris? Doing what? Doing what? Iris, I'm sorry. Take me back. Please. I need you in my life. So next we got did I 2026? Okay, so next, again, New Year's Botcast. So we're looking forward to the new technology going into the next year. And so we're going to see what we have here. Top technology trends that will shape in 2026, emerging tech and what to expect next year. Tech like being AI'd kissing streamer girls. Okay. Let's get right to it. So first, agentic AI and autonomous software systems. Agentic AI, am I pronouncing that right? I feel like I'm not. Moves beyond task automation by independently planning, executing, and refining workflows. These systems manage everything from software deployment to customer support with minimum human oversight. In 2026, businesses rely on agentic AI to reduce operational costs while improving response speed and consistency. Solid state batteries and next gen energy storage. Solid state batteries replace liquid electrolytes with solid materials, improving energy density and safety. This enables faster charging, longer battery life, and reduced fire risk in electric vehicles and consumer electronics. As production scales in 2026, energy storage becomes more reliable for both transportation and grid level applications. Neuromorphic and brain inspired computing. Neuromorphic chips process data using architectures modeled after human neurons. These chips dramatically reduce power consumption while enabling real-time learning at the edge. In 2026, they will support robotics, medical monitoring, and smart sensors without constant code connectivity. Cloud connectivity. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but cool. Early stage 6G connectivity and ultra-low latency networks. While not fully deployed, early 6G trials demonstrate extreme bandwidth and near instant data transmission. These networks enable coordinated autonomous systems, holographic communication, and advanced industrial automation. Technology trends 2026 show connectivity evolving beyond speed into reliability and responsiveness. So imagine being able to go to your favorite torrent site and instantly getting your 20 gig or 40 gig anime series in an instant, man. Like just boom, like instant transmission. I want free run in 4K. Oh no, it's 60 gigs. Boom, you got it. Here you go. I guess is what they're talking about. But it does seem cool, But I think like download speeds are just so crazy good as it is. Like, and look, like my internet, I just got 1 gig internet. I saw plans up to like 5 and 8 gigs. So imagine what you're gonna have with 6G as far as like transferring data. Quantum computing stabilization and error correction. Advances in error correction make mid-scale quantum computers more reliable and practical. Instead of experimental lab use, these systems began solving specialized optimization and cryptography problems. In 2026, quantum computing transitions from theory into controlled enterprise adoption. Six, spatial computing and affordable AR glasses. Spatial computing blends digital data with physical environments using lightweight AR devices. Lower hardware costs make these tools accessible beyond enterprise pilots. By 2026, AR glasses will improve productivity in manufacturing, logistics, and training environments. So are they saying like like you can see the screen, not like a physical screen, but like okay, I got the glasses on, and then I can see, like, imagine you have like a tablet screen, but no tablet. Like the actual computer is on the device, like you say your glasses, and what you're seeing and interacting with is just a projection of that, but it's not like a physical tablet or screen. It's but you can still interact. That's what I'm assuming they're talking about here. AI driven cybersecurity and self healing networks. Cybersecurity tools increasingly rely on AI to detect and respond to threats autonomously. Self healing networks isolate breaches and restore systems without manual intervention. This trend becomes essential as attack surfaces expand alongside automation. Synthetic biology in industrial manufacturing. Engineered microorganisms produce pharmaceuticals, enzymes, and materials at scale. This approach lowers production costs while reducing environmental impact. In 2026, synthetic biology reshapes manufacturing efficiency across healthcare and industrial sectors. Is that why so many foods now have contains bioengineered ingredients? I wonder if these things are connected. I'm trying to stay away from those foods now, by the way, because I don't trust that shit. Edge AI expansion across consumer devices. Edge AI allows devices to process data locally instead of relying on the cloud. This improves privacy, reduces latency, and lowers bandwidth demands. Smartphones, wearables, and smart home devices increasingly adopt this model in 2026. And last but not least, human machine collaboration in the workplace. Automation shifts from replacement to augmentation of human roles. AI systems handle repetitive tasks while humans focus on strategy and creativity. Technology trends 2026 emphasize collaboration rather than displacement. Well, I will say this. Out of all this, probably, oh, number one might be the most interesting. I think four too, though. Just again, the idea of near instant data transmission. Because I'm already impressed with current internet speeds, but or the speeds of data transmission with the power of the web that we have now. Uh, but I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for flying cars, right? I was hoping for something more, more crazy and wild. I'm still thinking like the damn Jetsons, bro. All right, so I'm gonna take a quick break because I gotta piss. But I'm gonna be right back with more Botcast for you guys. This is gonna be a quick intervention. So stay tuned. I'm back. I propose a toast in my Sonic cup. I hate Sonic, but this cup is cool. Got some Fairlife milk in here. No energy drink. Want to make a toast to 2026, the new year. For everybody that's here, grab your beer, your drink, whatever you got. Toast up. Ba-ding. Oh, boy. Highly recommend Fairlife milk. It's some of the best shit, man. Iris said it was uncanny when I sent her the video too, bro. Yeah, it's a flip. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit kind of crazy. Like I'm all for it. Do whatever. I don't give a damn. I love the technology. But when you see it and it's you, it's a trip. It's a trip. I ain't even lie, bro. It's like I didn't do that. Hey, I didn't do that. That ain't me. So man, that's something that you got to get used to. See, I hadn't seen that before. I hadn't seen myself AI'd and doing some shit I didn't do. So I'm like, wait a minute, bro. This is kind of crazy. Now I understand. I get it now. Fern is the best purple haired girl. Yeah, dude. Freerin and Fern, they are some of the best female anime characters I've seen in a while. Like, Freerin is just adorable. She is so cute, especially when she's being goofy. When she's being goofy and irresponsible. And I like how Fern is, even though she's way younger than her, like she's kind of mature in a way. Like she's more responsible than Freerin is, even though Freerin is, again, like 1,000-year-old elf and all that. She's, again, I think because of her long lifespan, she's kind of lackadaisical about things. And Fern, knowing how short her own life is in comparison, she wants to be punctual and responsible and make good use of her time. So she's staying on Freeman about that. But it makes for interesting interactions between them, and Fern is, again, definitely high tier waifu material. But I will say, I was watching Freeman today. The bad thing about Fern, if you think about it, is that she gets upset really easily. Like she gets upset over the littlest shit that Freeman or Stark would do. So I would say, yeah, she's definitely a good waifu, like great waifu material, but that's her flaw, is having to navigate her, I wouldn't say mood swings, but if you piss her off, like it can create some significant tension between you because she gets kind of distant when she's upset, but I think it makes her a bit more human in a way, because that is like a normal female trait, like even I think today there was like something that happened and Freeman was explaining like, oh, Fern, she'll be mad and then hold it in and then it'll just come out all at once and then she won't talk to you. And there are girls that would do that. They'll be upset with you about some shit but not admit to it, not say anything about it. And then when it finally gets too much, that's when it'll become an issue. And then now you trying to fucking pick up the pieces and shit. Like, I hate that trait, but I like it too for her character because it makes her a bit more human. It makes her a bit more realistic. But every time I see her act like that, it's like, I don't think I could deal with her. I don't think I could deal with her because Stark, he's so submissive to her. He'll be like, I'm sorry. And, how can I make it up to you? I'm going to go buy you some sweets or something. And I couldn't do that, bro. I'd be like, the fuck you mad for? All right, you want to be by yourself? I'll leave you alone for a week. I'm fine. So I probably couldn't deal with her realistically, but she's a great character. I'm about to finish the first, probably like 4 episodes away from finishing the first season. So I'm gonna start writing the review tomorrow, and I'll probably have it done in the middle of the week or towards the end of next week. So look forward to that. But I've been enjoying it. So far. I could never picture Iris and Marco kissing. I could picture me and Iris. I can picture it. I can imagine it, Hellbreaker. What about my imagination? I can picture Chad getting with somebody like Nagatoro. You talking about that mean brown anime bitch? Isn't she like a total bitch? I see, dude. I saw the multiple videos. One was enough. One was enough. Boomer's gonna be shitting themselves when they get a. Oh yeah. See, I knew it was coming. And I'm still shocked. They're gonna be like, oh my god. I was trying to explain to my mom. I'm like, hey, look you hear this Tupac song? Well, Tupac didn't make this. It's AI generated, and she was like, like she didn't care. I'm telling like, this is a big deal, man. Like motherfuckers just making new songs for dead niggas. It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal, man. But I guess everybody don't care like that. Nagatoro is just cheeky. Her friends are worse. I just always see pictures of her looking like a massive bitch and bullying some dude, bro. Marco might turn that image of him and Iris as his. There's an image of me and Iris posted. Oh man. Posted. Someone posted secretly. They made an AI song of Eminem as a black guy. When I heard it, I was like, holy shit, this dude the best rapper. That's all he was missing was a little melanin. That's all he was missing the whole time. Drinking that milk, getting some extra protein tonight. What was I doing? I haven't watched the first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen season 3 yet. I downloaded both of them. I have on my hard drive, But I want to do a reaction video. I'm not gonna post it on YouTube. You know, YouTube is more finicky about stuff like that. You gotta like really edit it perfectly to not show too much. I ain't trying to do all that. So I'm gonna do it like I did my reaction to the first episode of Freewind. I'm gonna just put it on Rumble and then post the link on YouTube. But I'm gonna watch it probably tomorrow. But yeah, I've already read the rest of Jujutsu Kaisen. I've already seen the Culling Games arc, um, the ending, and so I already know the whole story. But it's gonna be cool seeing it animated for sure. Because the last part of Jujutsu Kaisen is crazy. It's basically just a big battle throughout Japan between all these different insane jujutsu sorcerers, and it's nonstop fighting. It's just crazy. It's a hot mess. It's a hot stinking mess, but but it's fun too. You can tell that the Arthur rushed the last part of Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know why, but it's like there's so much going on, and he's introducing so many good characters, but not properly utilizing them. It feels rushed. Unfortunately, the last part of Jujutsu Kaisen is definitely rushed, and you can tell. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just Jujutsu Kaisen's length probably should be twice of what it actually is. And it's like it's like they condensing so much into a short period of time, and it does hurt it. But because of that, it just feels frantic and fast and rushed. But it's still good. Still good. They changed his vocal cords, made him sound like a brother. He would have been number one if he wasn't white. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, some people give him that credit, but I see what you mean. It's like I think because he's white, there is a certain disconnect between what is considered the core hip hop fan base, which is black people. As great as he is as a black man, for instance, I don't hear people listening to Eminem like that. I don't if I go to the gas station and people playing loud music, I'm not gonna hear Eminem. I'm not I'm not gonna you go to the party, anything is you're not hearing Eminem. People ain't bumping Eminem. He's undeniably one of the greatest, but I think there is a certain racial disconnect. So it's just one of those things. But again, man, people know what Eminem is, bruh. People know like that the whiteness is an advantage and a disadvantage. Like because of that whiteness, there's that disconnect, but because of that whiteness, there's that connect with the white majority of not just America but other countries as well. So it's an advantage and a disadvantage. But I don't think he give a fuck about being considered the GOAT, to be honest, because he's such a humongous artist as is. Like, fuck that shit. Y'all can have that. I know who I am. I know what Playboy man talking about. I forwarded the pic of you with Iris too. I gotta see this. This is personal. this one is personal. This one is where's the Iris one? Wait, where's the Iris one? Who did that? Oh. Where's the fuck Iris one? I want to see. Okay, now. Where's I want to see. Here, call me back when you got Iris on the line, man. Shit. All right, so back to the topic at hand. So here we have your 2026 horoscope based on your zodiac sign. Now I know zodiac signs. Chad Marco, what are you doing? What are you, a chick? But, it's all in good fun. I'm sure we all have our sign and might have looked into it a little bit. I'm a Cancer myself. Maybe I can give you guys your horoscope too. What's your anybody that's here? What's your zodiac sign? Give me your zodiac sign, guys. I need some crowd participation here. Can I have a zodiac sign or two? We got a Scorpio, Hellbreaker. Why am I not surprised? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am kidding. And look, again, man, I get it. Zodiacs, tarot cards, and all that. That's now we're getting into magical woo astrology, that type of bullshit. But it's again, let's have fun with it. I'm a bull. The bull is the Taurus, right? Bull is that's the Taurus, right? I'm a bull. I'm pretty sure bull is the Taurus. All right, so we got a bull and a Scorpio. Any more? We got any more? That's all we got. That's great. Yeah, we'll work with that. we'll work with that. Okay. It's true. You might have heard professional astrologers say 2026 is like no other year, but what makes it stand out? What makes the astrology of 2026 so different is that many planetary cycles, short and long, are due for a reset. This means that many of the influences you've been experiencing for the past years will change, dissolving your old reality while creating a new one. Here's your 2026 horoscope at a glance, based on your astrological zodiac or star sign. This is white girl shit. Well, today, Hellbreaker, this is us shit. We're doing this. So get in the car, nigga. What 2026 means for your zodiac sign? As the sky above us completely rearranges itself, every single zodiac sign is set to begin experiencing new relationships, new storylines, and even brand new ways of being. Since the elemental influence moves from earth and water to air and fire, you're entering an era of dramatic and dynamic change that turns up the heat. 2026 awakens passion, intellectual rapport, and radical authenticity. Below is what 2026 means for you. Check your sun, moon, and rising signs to receive well-rounded guidance and your 2026 horoscope for a year ahead. All right. So what? We got Taurus for Lord of the Horrors. Cosmic renewal, inner richness. Rejoice, Taurus. With Wild Child Uranus leaving your sign for good in April of 2026, you'll be dealing with less radical change. This will give you a lot more energy to fully actualize some of the professional goals you've been planning since the end of 2023. Jupiter and Pluto will fuel your ambition from June through August, making the summer one of wild success. Neptune, blazing through Aries for the next 14 years, is also about learning to trust and follow your intuition as your overall winning strategy in all aspects of life. Lord, does this resonate with you? Do you feel the horoscope in your brain? Okay, then we got Scorpio. Deep healing and soul reconstruction. I think Hellbreaker needs this. With powerful Pluto in your fourth house and receiving help from every other outer planet in 2026, you're ready to get to the root of any limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. As you shake off any energetic holdbacks, your career can blossom in exciting new directions, especially once Jupiter enters Leo on June 30th. When it comes to relationships, the retrograde of Venus between October 3rd and November 13th gives you insight into the work required to begin healing some of your closest relationships. There you go, Hellbreaker. You're gonna be healing some of your closest relationships. Who do you have a fractured relationship with, Hellbreaker? Who are they talking about here? Does this resonate with you at all? This is wild. All right, let me do me. Cancer, heart expansion, radiant alignment. With Jupiter in your sign until June 30th, 2026 continues to bring you opportunities to manifest the life of your dreams. The January 18th new moon in Capricorn in particular is lucky and ideal for either entering a new commitment or setting intentions around partnership. Your career and long-term goals are also experiencing a major reset as Neptune and Saturn have their epic February 20th conjunction in Aries. In 2026, your winning strategy involves adding more creativity and inspiration to the manifestation of your professional goals. What the hell do I have going on that's professional? Cancer and Scorpio are said to be good pairing, by the way. No wonder we get along so badly. Man, that's it. That's all we got. You guys good? You know that? We ain't doing this white girl shit. Okay. So next we have how is this? Okay, Nostradamus 2026 predictions. Famous seer had ominous warnings for New Year. So if you guys don't know, Nostradamus, he was what the fuck was he? Was he like a philosopher or something? I only know him from making predictions that kind of like vaguely came true. There were people like he made a prediction about somebody named Hister arising and causing great conflict, and then people say, oh, Hister meant Hitler. Stuff like that, so like vague predictions that may or may not have come true. But let's look into it. There was just no way that Nostradamus got invited to very many parties back in his day because the guy was apparently full of doom and gloom. That's right, folks. We are headed into a new year, and that means it's time to try to figure out just what the famous seer predicted for us in the go-round. And well, it's not good, as usual. Just before digging into what Nostradamus appears to have predicted for 2026, it is worth noting that he appeared to have teased that the world would end in 2025. So if it makes you feel better, if you are reading this in 2026, he got that one wrong. Let's hope you are reading this in 2026. Also, you should know that Nostradamus, the History Channel calls him history's most famous seer, did not directly predict things at all. Instead, he wrote in quatrains. So just about all of the reporting on his predictions is really just interpretation of the quatrains that provides for some wiggle room, hopefully. And finally, the guy died in 1566. That's almost 500 years ago. What does he know, right? Well, the bad news is that Nostradamus has in the past delivered some quatrains that seem to get eerily close to things that actually took place. It is pretty wild stuff. All of that brings us to the apparently awful things he saw for 2026. Among those, where there's a quatrain that reads, because of the favor that the city will show, the Ticino will overflow with blood. The Ticino is an area in Switzerland filled with forests, lakes, and glaciers. There doesn't seem to be a lot of clarity as to why it might be overflowing with blood, but let's hope that one was a miss. Doesn't sound great. Also, he wrote 7 months great war, people dead through evil, ruin or vex the king will not fail. A 7-month war, again, worth hoping that was a miss. There's also a quatrain that reads, the great man will be struck down in the day by a thunderbolt. Political assassination? This is where the interpretations really come into play. Google that one, and there are some folks who appear to think this applies to a celebrity actually getting hit by lightning. There are others that seem to think that suggests an assassination of a major figure. Neither is good. There's also a quatrain that says a great swarm of bees will arise by the night ambush, and nobody seems to really know what that might be about. So we have wars, assassination, and bees. Not the bees, the bees. That's a Wicker Man reference for you hard neophytes out there. Oh, your brother died. My condolences. Died in a car accident. Gosh, golly. It's a bad way to go, man. Especially if it's not your fault. Like if you, like I was rear-ended like days after I got my driver's license. Luckily, I was in a fucking suburban truck, so I survived that. But I did have quite the loopy brain after that. One of my close childhood friends died in a motorbike accident. These things don't turn out well ever. God. Yeah, luckily I've been spared any significant character deaths in my life recently. My uncle did die. I don't know, I think last year or maybe like late the year before last, but we weren't that close. The interesting thing about when my uncle died, the last time I saw him, because he had a stroke, and then he came over our house because my mom had to help him with something. And when I saw him, I had seen him in a while. I gave him a big old hug, and then after that, he had a second stroke, and it was just rapid decline once that happened, and he died soon after. But I just always thought that was the timing of it, man. You never know when it's gonna be the last time you see somebody. And my last interact, like I did, like we didn't say nothing to each other. It was just a big old hug. It was just a big hug, you know. And I'm not like we weren't close or anything like that. And really, I kind of had issue with him because like he, my mom and everybody would try to help him out, and he was just very stubborn. He had his personal demons and shit like that. But he never, he never treated me bad or anything like that. So I found it appropriate to just show him a little love when he came over. But I did have my issues with him as far as the way he dealt with my mother at times or his sister. But just the fact that that was our last interaction, it was just the timing of it. It's like I got to see him in decent health before, he declined and eventually died. But yeah, I hate to think about stuff like that, to be honest, because you just never know when somebody is gonna pass. This might sound crazy, but one of the bad things about being happy and life going good for you is that you can't help but think, when is some crazy shit gonna happen? Like shit is going too well. And I remember I thought that right before I think before Friender had died, I got that feeling because I was leveling up, had my part-time job, and I was learning to drive. I was buying stuff. I was hooking my room up and shit. I was nice and cute. I was looking good. Had my best friend living with me in my room. When life feels too good, you can't help but think, God, when's some fucked up shit gonna happen, bro? But that's why I hate hearing stuff like that. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't like, because it kind of it fucks up my mood sometimes. And I started thinking like, Lord, bro. But that's why you got to appreciate the good times as best you can, man, because you never know what's going to happen. Let the good times roll, as they say. Rest in peace to Uncle Junior. Rest in peace to Friender. Rest in peace to Lord's bro. Rest in peace to Woody's ex-girlfriend. Rest in peace. If you die in a vehicle accident, you'll be lucky to not be stitched back together for your funeral. Yeah, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to get fucked up, squashed, burned up. It ain't a good way to go. It ain't a good way. Life is short, but it can feel like an eternity of torture when you get no hugs. But no hugs. Come on, man. We crying over hugs. My nan is nearly 88 and getting Alzheimer's, so I try to help when I can. Man, there's an older lady that I work with. She's like 76, and she's not in good health. Like in fact, she's been out. She's been out for a lot of days recently. She had pneumonia and was in the hospital, and then she got out, worked for 2 days, and then got sick again, and she didn't work the last part of the week. And when she's healthy, she's one of the best workers that we have. Like, she's quick on her feet, she's sturdy. She knows what she's doing. She got she has like 30 plus years of experience doing this shit. Very reliable. I've had to take over. I've had to take over in the back now that she hasn't been there. I had to step my game. You know how in basketball, when you got an old aging center that's not there every night, and then you just a shooting guard, you got to step up. That's how I feel, man. But I look at her, I be like, damn, bro, like she at that age where you really don't know how long she has. Like there are days when she looks very healthy and active and is working hard. There are days where she got bad cough and whatnot. It just, I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder how older people like that feel. Because by the time you're in your 70s and 80s, you're at that age where your health can rapidly decline at any time. I mean, yeah, it can happen to any of us, right? I could, God forbid, knock on wood, fingers crossed, right? I could develop cancer tomorrow or some shit. And then, oh man, Chad Marco was just here and then he's gone by the end of the year, right? It can happen. It won't happen because I'm too awesome. but at that age, it's obviously much more likely to happen. You know, again, you get pneumonia, an infection, you fall. Say, you can decline so quick, so fast at that age, man. And I wonder what it's like to be that old and to know that you're kind of knocking on death's door. It come any day. I get the most anxious when things go too well. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like that's the bad thing about it. But it's again when it's like it's good too because I feel like when you feel that way, when you start worrying about shit like that, it means that you have something of value to lose. So it I think it's kind of like it's confirmation that things are going right in your life because you don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to lose something important to you. So it's a good sign because you know, okay, I have something to protect. I have something to maintain, to preserve, to respect, to appreciate, to enjoy while I have it. You know, so it's a good sign too. But it just is one of those things. Like you reach a certain level of happiness, and it's like you just know just the nature of life. You know, life has changed, but not only that, you know, we all got to deal with ups and downs and bad times and things like that. And sometimes shit gets really bad, really bad. And it was funny because DDG was talking about this, the streamer, and he basically said he experiences the same thing. That when shit is going really good in his life, he knows that the next chapter is something bad. But he also understood that when that happens, you gotta be ready for it. You gotta endure, get back on your feet. It's not like, oh, it's game over. Or it doesn't have to be game over. It just means that it's an ordeal you have to go through, and it's gonna challenge you and fuck with you. All right, man. Nostradamus, dude, just guessing shit. So on Polygon, the Polygon website, we have all the new video games released in 2026. Now, I would take this with a grain of salt, especially Grand Theft Auto 6. Before we know it, they'll be like, oh, Grand Theft Auto 6 delayed till 2027. I better get a PS5 before this game is released. Or a GPU one so I can play this shit. When Rockstar Games delayed Grand Theft Auto 6 into 2026, it likely came as a big relief to publishers with anything on their slate for the back half of 2025. You know what's crazy, bro? Think about it. If Rockstar did not delay Grand Theft Auto 6, we'd be playing it right now. Well, you'll be playing it. I ain't got a PS5 or a GPU. But think about how close we got to getting GTA 6, bro. In addition to Rockstar's ambitious new crime epic, we can expect Playground Games' new Fable, Marathon, Halo Combat Evolved Remake, Three heavy hitters from Capcom: Resident Evil Requiem, Pragmata, and Onimusha: Way of the Sword. Okay, they're bringing Onimusha back. House Marquis Returnal follow-up: Sorrows, From Software's The Dusk Bloods, and two long-awaited new franchise entries from Nintendo: Rhythm Heaven Groove and Tomodachi Life: Living the Dream. Marvel will also have a big year with a new fighting game, a new World War II game starring Captain America and Black Panther, and the long-awaited arrival of Insomniac Games' Wolverine. I saw that. That shit was violent. But let's get into it. So January 2026, we have Pathologic 3, Big Hops, Hotel, Early Access, Animal Crossing. I just love some Animal Crossing back in the day, man. I wish I still had my GameCube memory card, but those memories are long gone. I finally paid off my house. Tom Nook, the crook. He did set you up with a house though when you were broke. Nobody would do that for you. I know people would be like, man, he was taxed on that house, but he gave you a whole. He set you up with a whole house and a whole mortgage when you were broke and homeless. I don't know what some of these are though. Destiny Warriors. Has Dynasty Warriors ever been good? Lord. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Perfect Tides, Escape from Ever After, High Guard, Core Keeper, The Seven Deadly Sins, Don't Stop, Girly Pop, Front Mission 3 Remake. Ooh, boom, boom. My head just exploded. I'm dead. My head just exploded just now. Literally. My head just exploded. Front Mission. I can't spell. Front Mission 3 Remake. Y'all playing, right? I feel like I heard of this. I think I heard of this. It's already out? It's out now? Oh, oh. That motherfucker was gliding. Man, I love that game, but that ain't like a it's not a remake. It's not a full remake. It's not like they completely it don't say they just completely upgraded it. It's not like Persona 3 Reload. It's not that type of remake. You know, they made the graphics better, upgraded that, but they're not it doesn't seem like they're taking it to like the next level like they did with Persona 3. Again, it's cool. Like the as far as like the combat aspect of it, they obviously upgraded that quite a bit. But it just seems like the rest of it is kind of the same. You know, I mean, they even got the same character art, the same character portrait art and shit like that. So it's to me, it's not a full remake. This is like it's more of a remaster. It's more of a remaster. But that's cool. But I love that game. That's a great game. That's a great game. I sent you the last two videos. I spent an hour scrolling for them. Check your DM. I didn't see that shit. See here. Check your DM. That's funny. Ah, I see. I see. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's mildly amusing, guys. Mildly amusing. I give you a 5 out of 10. I give you a 5 out of 10. But seriously, send me the Iris one. Get a GPU while you can, man. For the love of God. Dan Houser is no longer with Rockstar. He was a big part of the older GTA. So you think the quality is going to go down because of that? Save $400 and get a GPU. I'll think about it. It's gonna be PS5 or GPU. PS5 or GPU. That's where we're going with this. I played New Leaf on 3DS for over a year trying to collect everything, but eventually moved on. Wait, you trying to do a collectathon in an Animal Crossing game? You tripping? Oh man. Especially like a new Animal Crossing game. I bet it's like endless content, man. Sony just needs to make it so you can collect trophies on their PC ports. I'm curious about Parasite Mutant. PS5 is dead already. Bad investment. Maybe. Maybe. Sounds logical. So in February, we have Starzan Island, Norse Oath of Blood, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, My Hero Academia, All's Justice. I bet that's gonna be a mid anime fighter. Neo 3, Romeo is a Dead Man, Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties, BlazBlue Entropy Effect X. Okay, BlazBlue is coming back. I always sucked at that game, but still, it's cool. Badass OST. Wise X Proud Nordics. No Sleep for Kanamate Date from AI. The Somnium Files. That sounds like a Suda 51 game. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Isn't 7 the village? Or isn't 7? No, 7 is the one with the mole people. That was stupid. Resident Evil Requiem, good game, but mole people stupid. Oh, it's going to the Switch. That's what they're saying. It's gonna be released on Switch. Okay, March, World of Warcraft, Coffee Talk Tokyo. Nevergrave. That's got to be something anime related. Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly remake. Huh. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Monster Hunter Stories 3. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. Marathon. Okay. April, we got Tiny Bookshop. Cthulhu, The Cosmic Abyss. That last Cthulhu game that came out was dog shit, so maybe there's hope here. Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred, Invincible Verses. Okay. May, Paralyzed Early Access, 007, First Light, Lego Batman. Halloween. I wonder if there's is that Michael Myers game or something? Phantom Blade Zero. November, Grand Theft Auto 6 is not coming out in 2026. They pushed it to November 19th. It's not coming out in 2026. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Somebody cut this, clip it. It ain't coming out in 2026. November 19th might as well be January 15th, 2027, bro. They pushing it back that far because they know that game ain't close to being done. 2026 video games with no release date. Ace Combat 8. Avatar Legends. Carmageddon. Dissidia. I still haven't played one of those. Fable. That Fable game about to be a whole 6.5. Fire Emblem. I always want to play a Fire Emblem game. Let me see. Half Sword. I thought it was Half-Life for a second. I was about to say, no. Hell froze over. Mixtape. NBA to run. Musha. Pokemon. R-Type. Oh, R-Type coming back. R-Type Tactics. What the hell? The R-Type was a racing game. A tactical racing game. New genre, right? Mm. Yep. Okay. Any of these games resonating with y'all? PS5 doesn't feel like an upgrade from PS4, not gonna lie. Damn. I guess I should get that damn GPU then. No, but you know what? Hellbreaker is 100% right though. It's better. It's better to make the investment in your own computer, your own mini computer, or big computer, box computer. So we're gonna make a shift here. 2026 new movies. I know we got some TV heads here. TV is a good board. Hilarious on 4chan. So let's see what's coming out next year. 2026 is looking to be a top tier year at the movie theater. The latest installments in the Doom, Spider-Man, and Avengers franchises will be released, while millennial nostalgia will continue at the multiplex with Devil Wears Prada and Practical Magic sequels. Okay, let's get right to it. Dead Man's Wire, January 6th. Gus Van Sant's first feature in 7 years dramatizes the stranger than fiction 1977 kidnapping of mortgage broker Richard Hall by aspiring entrepreneur Tony Curtis's. Okay. Yeah. People we met on vacation. This adaptation of 28 years later, the Bone Temple. When I went to Raleigh, I watched 28 years later, and they got this cool movie theater in Raleigh that is like retro theme. It's got like old movie posters everywhere. It's really cool. And they serve your food as you're watching the movie. Like they have like a menu and a button that you press, and like you write down what you want, and the people that work there, they come and they take your order and they cook it up, they bring it to you. I was going broke by the time I went there, so I just ordered a vanilla milkshake. It was banging. But I remember it was like this fruity white dude that was serving me, and because my milkshake came out like 45 minutes late, they gave it to me for free. I always remembered that, man. I got to go back. When I go back to Raleigh, like I think I'm gonna take a trip to Raleigh soon, and if you watch Chainsaw Man, there's a part, or the movie, there's a part where Denji and I think what's her name, Mizuka, the girl, they go have like a movie marathon at the movie theater. They watch movies all day. I'm gonna go to Raleigh and I'm gonna go to that place and watch like 3 or 4 movies in a day. But that place is cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was a great experience when I went there. I was just kind of running low on funds, so I couldn't get the most out of it. But next time I go there, I'm gonna go to Raleigh one day and just have a movie marathon. That place is awesome. I love that place. But this was a mid movie. Mercy the Moment. Send help. What if we told you the Evil Dead and Spider-Man OG trilogy mastermind Sam Raimi hadn't directed an original feature film in 17 years? That's but one reason to get very excited for this survival thriller, to say nothing of Rachel McAdams' return to the screen after taking a few years off, and her intriguing pairing with Dylan O'Brien. Yeah, Sam Raimi was the director of the Evil Dead movies and Spider-Man as well, the original Spider-Man movies. Great director, but it seems like he's been retired for the past couple years. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Oh, I'm good on this. How to Make a Killing. Scream 7. The chaotic saga of the horror franchise's latest installment, punctuated by Melissa Barrera's firing due to her social media comments about the war in Gaza, as well as Jenna Ortega's departure, at last comes to an end with this February release. The headline here is the anticipated return of Scream Queen Neve Campbell, who didn't appear in the last movie due to a pay dispute. So I think like there's like a new Scream trilogy, right? I've seen the first one. I watched that with my niece. I didn't see the second one, but there's a third one coming out. What, in February? February? I might go watch this just because I like horror movies. And look, I've seen worse. I've seen worse than Zoomer Scream, so I might check out the second of the Zoomer trilogy and then go to the theaters to watch this. PS5 is for people who didn't own a PS4. The Bride. Some wild trailers and a release date push have only added to the intrigue surrounding this punk-infused take on Bride of Frankenstein. But the pedigree has always been there. It's Maggie Gyllenhaal's second feature film as a director, following her Oscar-nominated triumph of a debut, The Lost Daughter. Oh, man. Damn. That sounds interesting. The Breadwinner. Oh. Yep, definitely gonna watch that. Project Hail Mary. Oh man, we got our old guy, Ryan Gosling. The drama. Zendaya and Robert Pattinson are bringing their combined star power to the romantic dramedy. I'll pass on that. Ooh. Devil Wears Prada 2. Ooh. Obsession. Ooh. Okay. I love boosters. The Black movie. The new movie from Boots Riley, Sorry to Bother You, is a sci-fi comedy according to the log line, follows a group of shoplifters take an aim at a cutthroat fashion maven. The stacked cast includes Demi Moore, Kiki Palmer, Naomi Ackie, and Taylor Page. That sounds mildly intriguing. Mandalorian and Grogu, that little Yoda baby. Masters of the Universe, Power Ballad. Toy Story 5. They still doing Toy Story? Moana, who is that? Damn, that's a tough looking bitch right there. The live action version of the 2026 Disney animated musical about a wayfarer who sets out on a mission to save her island home is directed by Hamilton director Thomas Kail. Dwayne Johnson will reprise his role with Maui, while Catherine Lagaya is cast as the heroine. Oh, okay. The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan's take on the Greek epic cast what seems like half of Hollywood, including but not limited to Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Charlize Theron, and Robert Pattinson. Following Oppenheimer's success across several premium formats, the film is the first blockbuster shot completely on IMAX cameras. This could be a good one for sure. The Odyssey is a great story. My favorite part is always when he goes to the place with the giants, and then he blinds the giant, and the giant is calling out for help, but he told the giant that his name was nobody. So when the other giants came to help him, they said, "What's wrong?" And he was like, "Nobody's hurting me. Nobody's hurting me." And they were like, "Well, I guess he's all right." And they left. Spider-Man, Brand New Day, Coyote versus Acme. I've been out of the Spider-Man loop, but I just watched the Venom movie last week. I'm going to watch the whole Venom trilogy. I got to watch Venom, There Will Be Carnage with Woody Harrelson playing Carnage. But I'm going to watch that whole trilogy. I'm not really into like these superhero movies, but I thought it was cool that they gave Venom his own fucking trilogy. So I said, let me check these out. Resident Evil, after his original horror Barbarian put actor turned filmmaker Zach Cregger on Hollywood's radar, 2025's Weapons made him one of the town's most sought after directors. For his later, Cregger opted to tackle a Resident Evil film, noting that it would be more closely aligned with the video game series and not the film franchise. Weapons actor Austin Abrams will lead the cast. Okay, I like that. I'm a Resident Evil fan. There was that one movie, I think Welcome to Raccoon City, but it's like there was so much DEI all over that shit. I just refused to watch it. Like they casted an Indian dude as Leon, just fucking nonsense. Come on. Like it's nothing about being racist, but it's like how we've gone so far away from like the idea of, hey, let's actually cast people who remind us of the character, who look like the character, who embody the character. And let's not have a fucking rainbow crew of colors and races just because. If Leon's a white guy, then fucking cast a white dude, or at least somebody that look white. You know, if Kenneth is a black man, I better see a black man on that floor dead because he got ate by a zombie. I don't want to see no damn Chinese Kenneth. It better be a ball. It better be Ving Rhames on that floor. Been eaten. That's all I'm saying. Okay, what's all this bullshit? The Hunger Games. I ain't seen not one of them. Narnia, Jumanji, Avengers. Damn, that shit still going? TK Carter died. He was what was his? I forgot his character's name. He was in the thing, man. He was in the 1980 182 thing movie. Honestly, he was probably one of the worst characters in that movie. he was like the young black dude, the chef that was like skating around and shit. But I don't know. I think he was one of the worst characters in that whole movie. I don't think they really utilized him correctly. Dang. But still, he an OG, man. I sent you 2 more videos. I spent an hour scrolling for I know Tyrone. Ninja named Jay. I hope the Odyssey will be Kino. So we got another Odyssey fanboy here. The Odyssey is a great story, man. So many ups and downs and trials and tribulations. Man, when he went to that island, without when he went down to the island with all the bad bitches, and they stayed there for too long because the flow of time is different there. That's how I would have fucked up. I'd be like, yeah, finally got some bitches. All right, we're gonna take a month off, y'all. Fucking 10 years passed. I've never played the Insomniac Spider-Man, but I love the Ratchet and Clank franchise, so I might pick it up if I find it cheap. But I might grab Wolverine Day 1, depending on my finances. Yeah, that Wolverine movie game looks violent, man. I was like, Wolverine was killing motherfuckers. Like, what was he killing niggas like this? I mean, he just he comes like look more like damn Mortal Kombat. Okay, are we done yet? Oh, we ain't done yet. I need time to go jack off. But this part is pretty important. So 13 most popular New Year resolutions always worth doing. Let's check it out. So New Year's resolutions are a powerful tradition. They're an opportunity to turn over a new leaf and chase ambitions with fresh determination, but sticking to them is easier said than done. Still, the act of setting goals reflects our collective desire to improve and grow. A 2024 survey conducted by Statista revealed what Americans were striving for, and the results provided an interesting glimpse into our shared priorities. The most common resolutions range from financial stability to better health and stronger relationships. Each goal tells a story about what matters most in the world that's constantly changing. While the percentages are interesting, it's the reasons behind these resolutions that make them relatable. Let's look at the 13 most popular New Year's resolutions ranked by how many people had them on their list for the year. To save money, 52%. More than half of survey respondents set out to save money in 2024, making it the top resolution. This wasn't surprising given the rising cost of living and inflation concerns that dominated headlines. Financial security was a key motivator for many, with people aiming to create emergency funds, cut down unnecessary expenses, or save for long-term goals like retirement. So last year, that was actually one of my goals, and I'm proud to say that I met my savings goal close to around the end of the year. But I have a big advantage because I live with my mother, but that's why I've always been a promoter of such things. We just live in trying times. I feel like sticking to that old philosophy of moving out at 18 or you're lame living with your parents. I think that's dead. That's dead. Like I would like when I think about it, people talk like that, and I bet you like the average person, I probably got more money saved up than them motherfuckers because they living paycheck to paycheck. And the cool thing about living with your parents is that you guys work as a team. We work as a team. Like sometimes I buy food for the house. Like my mom, she mostly buys food for the house, but then sometimes I chip in and buy food for the house, or I buy food for myself so that she doesn't have to cook and buy food for me. So, or if we need something, I'll go ahead and pay for it. But again, the fact that we work together, that's allowed both of us to save money. It's something that we both prioritize. Really everybody, like we're all savers. To eat healthier. Almost half of the survey participants expressed a desire to improve their diets. This resolution reflected a growing awareness of the link between food and overall health. The rise of plant-based diets and the emphasis on whole, unprocessed foods likely influence this trend. Research has shown that small, consistent changes like cooking more at home or adding more fruits and vegetables to meals are more effective than radical diets. People weren't just cutting calories, they were learning how to eat smarter. And that's another thing that I've been able to do in recent years. I love working out. I have the Goku gene. I just like for me working out is fun, so that was easy. But changing my diet, it took a long time to really get to where I am now. To where, again, I still need to it's still plenty of room for improvement, but I'm proud of the changes I've been able to make and sustain. Again, and not perfect. I slip up, overeat, eat the wrong things, and sometimes I just want to eat what I want to eat. Fuck it, right? But I found ways like one of the keys for me was finding a meal that I can make damn near every day with minor variations that's tastes good, isn't too processed, won't make me feel bad, is nutritious and things like that. Like one of the staples of my diet now is I have like chicken with eggs and cheese and mixed vegetables. Like that's my go-to throughout the week. Like if I just need a basic meal, I'll buy like some chicken patties, or I might even use like chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, whatever. Now, of course, you gotta be careful with your selection with that, because some of those frozen chickens and nuggets and whatnot can be healthier than others. But I'll buy something like that. We always keep plenty of eggs in the house, so crack some eggs, cook that, mix some cheese in with it. I keep some mixed vegetables, mix that in with it as well. Like I think that's a good, just, you got to figure out that like a 1, 2, maybe 3 meals that are on the healthier side that you can prepare and eat throughout the week. Like that your go-to meals, so that, when it's crunch time, it's like, okay, damn, like, I guess I'll go to Domino's. You ain't got to be like that. Or I guess I'll just go get the frozen pizza, the Tombstone or something like that. I'll go get the Hot Pockets. Again, you make room for that as you figure out your diet, how you want to balance things out. But I think early on, one of the big changes, one of the most significant changes that I made was I always remember making the switch from juice to water. Now I occasionally drink juice, and you guys just see me drinking like an energy drink. I don't do that much. Got some milk right there. But I remember this was like over a decade ago. I was like, look, I'm either going to eat sugar or I'm going to drink it. I can't do both. And so from there, I just became a big water drinker. And so that was a significant switch. So that's one that I would definitely recommend. That's one of the easiest ones, like just drinking more water. Eliminating like drinking a lot of sodas and juices. I think that's one of the easiest dietary changes people can make. To exercise more, over 40% of respondents resolved to get moving in 2024. From joining gyms to taking up new sports, many saw fitness as a gateway to physical and mental well-being. Regular exercise has been proven to reduce stress, improve sleep, and boost overall energy levels, making it a well-rounded goal. You know what's funny is that I noticed going to the gym, January is packed because a lot of people, again, they're motivated and or people setting that New Year resolution to lose weight or get in shape, which is fine. So they sign up for the gym. And of course, Planet Fitness being the gym for everybody, you definitely see a rush, like an increase in people signing up around January. But it's all good. But you just know everybody's not going to be able to maintain it. But you try, you fail, you get up, try again. To lose weight, weight loss remained a popular goal, with over a third of respondents focusing on shedding extra pounds gained during the holiday season. This reflected a desire to feel healthier and more confident. Unlike previous years when fad diets dominated the conversation, many individuals approach this goal with balance and moderation. Nutritionists have long emphasized that portion control, mindful eating, and staying active are the keys to sustainable weight loss, and it seemed more people were listening. Yeah, I think people are kind of getting out of those old fad diets, the Atkins diet, the low carb diet. I mean, you can incorporate those ideas, but you gotta find something that's sustainable. That's the thing. You gotta find different dietary and stick to it. It's gotta be something that you can live by. It can't be a temporary thing. You can try out different things temporarily to see how they work, but long-term success in fitness and weight loss and maintaining a healthy weight is built on establishing a new way of life. And that's what makes it hard, is the realization that I can't eat certain things anymore. That I can't eat as much of certain things anymore. That I have to eat some of this shit that don't taste that good. Right? That's what makes it difficult. But, you make little changes as you go along. To spend more time with family and friends, a significant portion of respondents resolved to nurture their personal relationships. Carving out time for loved ones became a priority in a world increasingly dominated by technology and packed schedules. Well, this wasn't a goal for me. To quit smoking. Quitting smoking was a resolution for just over 1 in 5 participants, reflecting a continuing trend toward healthier living. The challenges of breaking nicotine addiction were well understood, but advancements and support tools gave many the push they needed. I still can't believe that so many people, like, of my generation decide to get into smoking cigarettes. Like, when I see my friends smoking cigarettes or blacks, I'm like, damn, bro, like, what you doing? I get smoking weed because the effect is pretty significant, but I never understood spending, $5 and $6 a day on cigarettes or whatever. I never got that. To reduce spending on living expenses, number 7, over a fifth of respondents focused on cutting back their living costs in 2024. Many sought creative ways to stretch their dollars from energy bills to grocery expenses. This is one that I should probably think about too. Just little ways that I can cut costs on things, like how just trying to think about how I can save money by not spending as much money. But I'm still kind of in that phase where, I'm just getting used to getting paid regularly. There's a lot of shit that I kind of want to buy and do. So that kind of gets in the way of me thinking clear sometimes. So to spend less time on social media, nearly 20% of Americans resolved to reduce their social media usage, reflecting growing concerns about screen time's impact on mental health and productivity. Constant scrolling has left many feeling drained and disconnected from real life relationships. One thing I can say is that I spend a lot less time on 4chan, but part of it is that they got this new capture system where you gotta you gotta basically solve 3 captures in one. I know captures can be different for different people or where you at or if you're a VIP, but I'm looking at that shit like, bro, I'm not doing this shit every time. That's one of the main reasons why I stopped going there as much. They making posting a headache. To do more for the environment. Oh God. To improve job performance. 11, to reduce stress on the job. 12, to cut down on alcohol. 13, to become vegetarian or vegan. These aren't bad, but they're pretty stale. But that's why they're kind of like general general New Year's resolutions. It's not very specific. This is just kind of what a lot of people will end up falling back on during the new year. But good for them. I hope everybody the best on fulfilling their New Year's resolutions. I still gotta get my list up and running. I'm kind of just running on the ideas that I already had. I'm running on intuition and instinct right now, but I do want to make a specific list, maybe hang on the wall like I got right there. But that's a different thing. Um, but yeah, man, we got a new year ahead of us. It's only January. We're a third of the way through January. And, I hope that for you guys as well as myself that we're able to, set new goals and accomplish them and, level up. Certainly, we're going to have ups and downs this year. There are going to be challenges, setbacks, and things like that. But, I think if we put our heads to it and we develop the discipline and the consistency to get the job done, we'll be able to grow and evolve quite a bit this year. There's one quote, and I'm gonna mess up a bit, that I remember from Ashitanojo, the anime, and it was either Joe or his trainer that said it, but they said only those that work hard today have a tomorrow. Only those that work hard today have a tomorrow. And that's one thing that I think about, when I'm struggling with procrastination, when I'm thinking about putting that thing off or putting this off, I think about that, only those who work hard today have a tomorrow. And, looking back at this week, I've been working pretty hard this week, really pushing myself. And one thing that I realized about life, when I look back at times where I really pushed myself, where I tried my hardest, when I gave it 110%, I never regret it. I think there's kind of a fear of pushing beyond your limits. And I think that's kind of what holds people back sometimes. But when I think about it, I realize, whenever I pushed as hard as I could for the sake of doing something great, for the sake of bettering myself or accomplishing something, I never regretted it. I never felt bad. Win or lose, I never felt bad about it. As long as it was something for the sake of something important to me, something good for me, I never felt bad about it. And that's just something to keep in mind when you're struggling with discipline, when you're struggling with consistency and trying to accomplish your goals. You're thinking about the work ahead, but also, just taking life one day at a time. Taking it one day at a time, realizing that, yeah, it seems daunting, when you get into that zone and you start realizing how hard you got to work, how much work you got to put in, the time, the effort. But you take it one day at a time and it seems a lot more manageable. I think that's kind of the trap of the New Year's resolution is that you set such a high goal for yourself and then the day shows up and you don't feel like it or you have a setback. And I think if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have like the fundamentals that are necessary to deal with the things that get in the way of us accomplishing our goals, that's how you end up failing living up to those expectations. I think you got to develop those fundamentals of knowing that, again, you can set that goal and you can do that goal the first day, the first week even, but how you going to act when you have a setback? How you going to act when you have a bad day at work? How you going to act when you're sick? How you going to act when you have a death in the family? How you going to act, when this or that, when temptation comes up, and I think a lot of people, that's the part that they don't practice. That's the part they don't think about. They see the goal and they just say, well, I'm just going to go for it. But if you don't have those fundamentals, then you're not going to have to you're not going to know how to deal with what makes it actually hard to accomplish those goals. And I think late last year, that's what I started to kind of realize that I had to go back into my mind and sort of break down and rebuild my thought process and how I think about certain things because I realized I was lacking certain fundamentals of dealing with goal achievement successfully and, underachieve because of that. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed that Botcast. So I'm gonna try to get about at least two botcasts in a month. Like that's the going rate. But beside that, we're gonna have more lab and chill where I take you guys into the world of my producing and editing and whatnot. We're gonna have, of course, we're gonna have game and chill. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. But just consistently doing more vlogs and on the Patreon, just right here. Make sure you go and give me money. I'm gonna start uploading cause I've been producing and making beats. I just haven't been uploading them to the YouTube. So I'm gonna start uploading like weekly beats on the Patreon as well as just posting the vlogs that I upload. I usually just post those up there, just kind of keep the activity going, even though you just watch those on Rumble or YouTube anyway. But I post them anyway just to keep people updated on what's going on as far as like the vlog aspect of my platform. But again, I'm gonna start uploading weekly beats up there. So I'm kind of transitioning from uploading my beats to YouTube to Patreon. So if you want to hear some of my new instrumentals and beats and whatnot, I still upload some occasionally to YouTube, but most of the new stuff is gonna be going on the Patreon. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you on the next podcast. So, Johnny.